Hi. What the fuck? Yeah, I think we're good. Let me know, if you can hear me, because if you can't, that's a problem. That's an issue. It's gonna be a problem there. So, duh. So let me know, because, can you hear me, Dumbstruck? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me right now? Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me? We can? Okay. Okay. Well, that's good news. So what's love got to do with it, you guys? Let's do some love readings tonight. I got a new deck, and I don't know if you guys know about the whole thing about, like, the romance angels, you know, how they're kind of not being sold anymore because the person, Doreen Virtue, who created them, she doesn't really do tarot or oracle anymore because she found God, and at least that's what I've heard. So I don't know all the details to it, but that's the gist. And but there are knockoffs out there, and this is a knockoff. This is not the original. So the originals are like $300 right now, like, and most people don't even have them. I mean, I don't even know how many there are left out there. There's not many, but the ones that are out there are like $300. So it's pretty cool that they're doing these ones though, because it's like the same thing. Anyway, oh, you guys didn't know that? Yeah, no, it's like a thing. Because the Romance Angels are like a really great deck. Like, I really, you know, people love that deck. And I've wanted that deck. And when I went to go try to get it, I found that out. So, kind of sucks. But it is what it is. We'll work with it, right? And it's cool because they have these, like, knockoff ones. But anyway, so, what's going on? Where's my phone at? You see my phone? Oh, it's right there. Right next to me. Okay, so let's say. Okay, is Jenna here? she was like, we should start 11, and I was like, yeah, I think we should too. Like, you know, totally, that sounds like a great idea. And that didn't happen. I'm just gonna get the questions up here. How are you guys doing? Do you guys have, like, love in your life, or you want to know, like, when love is gonna be in your life, or, like, you want to know, like, you know, you want to get clarity on a certain situation? Let's do that. Let's do that for sure. Okay. I don't know who we is. Yeah, I mean, 15 is cool. I guess we could just, yeah, let's just call it 15, because I want to just say, like, let's just do them all, but then I know I'm gonna get to a point where it's like I can't talk anymore. My voice is doing a lot better today, but, like, you know, I just don't want to, like, say I'm gonna do them all and then be like, sorry. So I'm just gonna tell you right now that at some point I'm probably gonna get, well, first of all, tired, but second of all, my voice is gonna be gone. So got my tea and my throat tea, and it's been working pretty damn well. So let's get going on this. Let's use this deck too. Sorry, all my shit's back here. It's like not cute, but okay. So, first question. Somebody said something about a committed. Okay, will I ever have a happy committed relationship? Brittany Bowen. Well, yeah. I mean, I want to say yeah. I'm sure you will, but let's see what the cards have to say, and then we'll look at the romance angels. So, this is my newest deck. Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. It's the shit. It just has nice pictures and like it's borderless. That's what I love about it too, but it's really vivid. It's just really cool. I like it. You should try it out. Cards are already falling. It's the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot. Okay. Brittany. Got some activity with Brittany right now. Shit is going. What's love got to do with it? Okay, let's see. Will she ever be in a committed relationship? What's her next significant relationship look like? Tell me about her love life. Ooh, wow. A Scorpio, or it's gonna change your fucking life in a way that is transformative, you know? Because it's kind of like the Tower in that way, but really the Death card is more the, you know, it represents Scorpio, so Scorpio is all about transformation too, you know, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. And the same thing, and I think the Tower is Pluto, I'm pretty sure. So same thing, you know, Pluto, or Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, so it's the same-ish kind of vibe, but the Death card also means endings or changes, drastic changes. But since we're talking about like, are you gonna ever have a committed relationship, we're not talking about like endings, you know, we're talking about like this relationship's either gonna be with a Scorpio or it's going to be transformative, something where shit at some point changes, and maybe even shockingly so, like drastically changes you, you know. That could be good or bad. Either way, it's meant to be, and you should try to embrace any changes that come. You know, they might be hard at first, but then it's like, oh, okay, that's why that happened. It's growth, you know? And then we do have the Nine of Pentacles here. So I feel like that's meaning you're not going to be affected by it in a way that's, like, going to tear you down. Like, you're still going to be this, oh, whoa, I told you activity. You're still going to be this person who is able to take care of themselves with all these pentacles around her, and also a person who is able to nurture others still, because she has this bird in this garden here she's tending to. So it's like she has her own, she can take care of herself, she could take care of others, and she's nurturing others. She's choosing, she can and she does. So it's like you're a very nurturing person who has a lot to give. So I feel like that's not going to ruin that when you do change from the relationship. It's just going to make you maybe even more nurturing and caring for others. Or maybe it'll bring that side out of you. But I do feel like this is a situation where you, like, something does happen to where you are changed, you know, because it's the Death card. It's like a death happen. Like some change occurs, and it can never be the same again like it was before. And so that could be a good or a bad thing, you know, like whatever the event is and however you, like, perceive it and take it at the time. But like I said, it's always for your best, you know, it's always for your best interest, for your growth, you know. So, and it just, these things happen for a reason, so I wouldn't say it's like bad necessarily. I mean, that's just it's hard to say it would be bad if it's meant to be, you know what I mean? Even if it's fucked up, like, but I don't know what the event is, but it's just going to be changing. It's going to change you. I feel like, yeah, of course you're going to have, you know, a committed relationship at some point, and I feel like it's not going to change your heart, and you may even become even more nurturing. And if you don't consider yourself nurturing, you may become nurturing toward others and like different things and people, like having more compassion and more care for others after this big change. Maybe just because love is in your life and it just makes you feel great, and you just feel like, what's not to, you know, why wouldn't I be giving towards people, because it just makes you feel great, you know what I mean? So let's see when this could happen, and then we'll get to the romance angels. Okay, so you have been waiting. Let's see. Okay, so either this is talking about you have money now and you're just waiting, basically, for something to show itself to you, or if you don't have money now, like you wouldn't say you're exactly financially stable, then this is talking about at a time when you are. So it's basically that you're waiting here. The thing too, though, that I want to mention is you're waiting here. And the thing about waiting is that you're not taking action. You're waiting for something to happen. That is really not how life works, you know? Like, sometimes it does work that way. Usually, though, it's not when you're waiting. It's when it just happens and you're like, whoa, okay, I'll take it. It just happens. You're not like waiting for it. It just occurs and it just appears. You can't, you cannot like wait for something to happen and expect it to happen. Sometimes it does, but just don't, it's not a good idea to just rely on that. You know what I mean? So, basically you have to get out there. You have to do something different. You have to make yourself known. You have to go to places that you like, and hopefully, you meet somebody that likes that stuff too, and then you guys can get along in that way and have that in common. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, go out, even though it's COVID, but people are still going out. Basically, though, it's like something that does present itself to you and kind of makes itself known. So I feel like you might already know this person, you might already know who it is. Do you know any Scorpios that you find attractive? You might not even find them attractive right now. But basically here, if you do have financial stability right now, then it's just talking about you're waiting for this thing to appear. But I don't really think that that's the best idea. Don't just wait. Put yourself out there, make yourself known, so that that person can appear, because they're not just going to appear on your doorstep like, hey, is there a pretty girl here? Okay, yeah, I'll take you. It's like you gotta show yourself so that they can be like, oh, that's an option. I like that. So yeah, make yourself known, be seen more, go out with friends and stuff to, like, I don't know, places where guys are or girls, I don't know, whoever you like. But yeah, basically, but if you aren't financially stable, I feel like it will be at a time when you are more financially stable, or it will be somebody who is financially stable, has a lot of money, because it's 10 of Pentacles here. So we're talking about, like, all the way around, you're set. You know what I mean? Like, so to me, I feel like though it's talking about you saying, like, you're pretty much in a good place financially, and then you find somebody to love, and it's like perfect, because you don't need them. You want them, you don't need them. You're not dependent on them. So what was the question? What were you just saying? You just said something. I can't read it right there though. Haven't found anyone worth taking a chance with. Are you a Virgo? Because you know what? That's the thing about Virgos sometimes. Oh, okay, have money now and I'm just waiting. Okay. Another thing. Somebody is not worth, like, you haven't found somebody worth it. So that's the thing too, is that, like, don't be too, well, actually, no, that's a good thing in regards to, like, that situation where somebody's, like, just looking for love so bad that they just want to find love, and they'll go with anybody they can find, and it's kind of a bad idea. It doesn't seem like that with you, like, with what you just said, it doesn't. So that's great, but don't be Virgos are, they say, it's like a stereotype, but they say Virgos are like, they'll wait around forever for the perfect, relationship, and they just won't even date forever, and they get, like, in serious relationships later because they wait so long because no one's good enough and shit. Well, sometimes that's true. Don't be that person. Have, know what you want and have boundaries and all that. That's great. Do what you want anyway, but I'm just saying, like, maybe you just are confident enough, your boundaries, But when you say, like, will I ever be in a committed relationship, does that mean you've never been in one, or does that mean, like, again? Because I thought you were saying, like, you've never been in one and you just didn't know if you'd ever be in one. But maybe it's not that way. I don't know. But that's just, yeah, I'm rambling, but it is what it is, so. I'm a Leo. Okay. Are you a, August Leo? Like, almost on the cusp? I'm just curious, it doesn't really matter, but. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, you didn't answer. Yes, you are an August Virgo? Oh, that's funny. August Leo. Okay, let's see the romance angels here for Brittany. Will she ever be in a committed relationship? Tell us a little bit about that, Thank you. Cat. It's interesting. Okay. Who that be? Alright. August 21st. Oh, shit! I'm August 28th. See, you are on the cusp, but I don't really believe in cusps because Linda Goodman is an astrologer, and she says that cusps, it's not, you know, there's no cusp. It's like you're this day or that day, and that's whatever sign it is. It's like there's no cusp. So some people say that there's no cusps, and she's a pretty well-known astrologer, so I kind of, when I heard her say it, I was like, okay, there's no cusps. So I was just kidding. I was just asking. And it really doesn't matter because you're still Leo, but August 20th, okay. September 22nd. You're September 22nd? Oh, wow. So you're almost a Libra. Like, literally, you are almost a Libra, but there's no cusps, remember? But, yeah. So, okay. Oh, so you believe in cusps. Yeah, no, seriously, huh? It's like, if you're a Virgo, you're a Virgo. There ain't no Libra about it. There's a difference between Libra and Virgo, for sure. This could be the one. Girl, you definitely are going to have a committed relationship with this card, too. Look out for that Scorpio. You're a Leo? Ooh, that is going to be a stubborn-ass relationship. But I mean, that could be a good thing. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. I'm just imagining, you know. You've already met the romantic... See? You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Any Scorpios that you know already, even if you're not interested in them now or you never thought you would be, sometimes, you know, stranger things have happened, right? So, yeah, that's... Remember I said you might know them already. That's crazy. Yeah, so you probably do. I mean, obviously... kind of do. And it might not be a Scorpio, remember, it doesn't have to be Scorpio. It's just talking about you're gonna transform in that relationship. So get fucking ready, because yes. Okay, that was the first question. Let's go on to the next one. Who's next? I fell asleep twice last time, Phantom Punk, actually. I fell asleep twice and then said, store the bodies. Yeah, I said store the bodies. That shit was funny. That was so funny. Okay. Were you here when I did that? That shit was so funny. I fell asleep, literally. Yeah, that was like... I've never done that in my life. I mean, when I'm not on the live stream, I've done it, but I don't even know how I'm, like, talking and then literally just fall asleep. Like, I watched it to try to see, like, what was the point in time when I, like, fell out, and it literally was, like, clear. It was just, like, da-da-da-da-da, and whatever I said, and then I said that word again, kind of louder, and then I said store the bodies. And I was like, it didn't even look like, it was just a split second that I just went out and totally saw something else and started talking about it. Will the Leo make a move? Yeah, thank you, Brittany. Okay. Will he make a move? Will the Leo make a move? So will he or she, will the Leo make a move? Let's do tarot first a little bit. I won't go as long, don't worry. But I'll, you know, I just want to see what's out there, be fair. Okay, let's see. Could be a yes or a no. Okay, so how stable would you say you are right now? Because... oh, yeah. I'm saying yeah. Because first of all, we have this card, and that's talking about somebody flirting with you, a new person. And not only that, but also, the reason I asked about stability is because we have two pentacles here. Not two of pentacles, but two pentacle cards. Court cards, too. The page and the queen. It tells me that basically, like, you're in a position, or this person is focused on this. If you're an earth sign, that would be you. Or that would be you. If you're younger than them, that would be you. If they're an earth sign and they're younger than you, then that would be them. But basically, like, I feel like this is you. So if you're not earth, then let's go ahead and say you're pretty stable, or you're responsible, or that's what this person is looking for. So that's something that you should be if you want them to make a move. But they are making a move, so I feel like you are that. And then we have the marriage card. This could also represent Taurus. So if there's a Taurus in the equation, that can make some sense too. It could be a person you highly respect, somebody you look up to, right? Because these two guys down here, it's like a religious figure, but it doesn't have to, you know, obviously be a religious figure. It's just, you know, the idea of like you're looking up to someone you respect their experience or their knowledge, you know, like they give you advice and you actually take it because you think that you respect them. You think they're knowledgeable. You think they know what they're talking about. And you know, you could even say you admire them. So, could be a Sagittarius. This also represents putting, you know, harmony, like balance. So this could be a connection where, you know, you feel like they bring harmony to your life, or they feel like that about you. I feel like they will make a move, definitely, especially with the Page of Cups at the bottom. You know, that's kind of that card of somebody making a move. You know, that's kind of that card of like somebody offering you something emotional. Did my phone just die? How? What the? Okay, you know what? I know lately I've been having some technical difficulties, but look, this is what I'm saying. Mercury retrograde is... We're in Mercury retrograde until the 3rd of November, okay? So don't blame me. Don't blame me and how I should have my phone charged before I did this. It's Mercury retrograde, okay? So give me a break. No, but that is for real. Like, technology and all that shit is fucked up, like, pretty good. But, okay, so I'm just gonna have to, like... Are you pulling it up?
Yeah.
Can I read it off your thing?
Yeah. I'm just trying to get the screen there.
Thank you. Save the day. I'm sorry, okay. I would have to be like this to read it over there, so I just don't want to like have to do that. Hold that thought. Thank you. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. LOL, never very stable. That's... Oh. No. Sorry. Just that's not what I was trying. Okay, I'm Earth and younger. Okay. Thank you. And Taurus. Wait, what's that? I was like, I'm screaming, I'm Taurus. Okay. Sorry, I'm like reading the comments right now. I'm just trying to make sure I'm getting everything. You know, all the information that you're saying to me back so that I'm not like, you know, so that I'm kind of like talking to you right now about it. So yeah, you're the Taurus and the Earth sign. And yeah, I feel like they will make a move, obviously, because the Page of Cups is basically talking about a person who's like courting you or offering you something emotional with the cup in their hand there. So and because it's a page, it's like a new relationship, like it's like it's young stages. So that's why it's like a new situation. And so it's like a new relationship. They're trying to, flirt with you and get to know you, or not necessarily get to know you, but ask you out or something, flirt with you, So let's see what the romance angels have to say about this. For her, tell me. Oh wait, dumbstruck. I don't even know if you're a girl or a guy, because I don't want to assume. I do that a lot, and sometimes it's wrong. That's not a good thing. So let's just say you're. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I'm slow today. So is it on? I thought I tried to take the freaking volume off of it. You can't hear it now, right? Okay. There's nothing more annoying than something going da-da-da in the background right when you're, like, talking. So, okay. Tell me what she needs to know about this. Will he make a move? Tell me what she needs to know about this situation. What kind of relationship is this going to be for her? And also, can you give me a number? One through 9. One number, 1 out of 9 numbers. Three. You hear my voice already? Damn. I need to calm down. Woo! I love this deck already. Look. New love. Like I said, it's a new relationship. That's so cool how that works, huh? So, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. I really like this deck. It's working for us. Guys. Okay, so look at this. When I was shuffling for you, I dropped 9 cards. That's why I said pick 1 through 9. So you pick 3. We did that one. Then I was thinking, like, okay, maybe I'll take that one that I was going to kind of pick from the top 2 instead of taking just the ones on the floor, but I decided I wasn't going to do that. But look, I just looked at it and look what it says. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Manifest that shit. Just, a little added thought. Maybe that's relevant to you. Relevant. Relevant? I was thinking prevalent. And I said, well, and relevant. So then I said prevalent. Wait, I don't even know what the fuck I said. I thought it was wrong, though, so. Trying to correct myself, but let's just move on. Okay. I know, it's a trip, huh? I mean, that's cool. I like that. What the fuck is happening? Okay. You're damn... Okay. Damn straight. That's cool. Dancing with my coffee. Okay, so, who's next here? Oh, sorry about that. No, you can't. Huh? No. Ready? I've been single for the past 8 years. I would like a love reading. What do I need to know about my love life? Thank you for the question. And thanks, Jenna, for getting that question because you rock. You're very helpful, is what I meant to say. Oh, how dare you? Did you see how those just flew at me? Like, damn. Just kidding. So wait. Oh wow. So you're afraid. There's fear. But there's also like the genie here, so you could get what you want very soon, kind of like that card last said. But we'll see what the romance angels say for you too. But yeah, no, but because okay, this is talking about. Are you a water sign first of all? Let's get that clear first, because if you're not, well, it doesn't really. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't need to know that. I could just say if you're not, then if you are, then that's what the Queen of Cups is here for. But if you're not, then I would say you're nurturing. Like, there's nothing wrong. You're not like I mean, you could be avoidant, but you're nurturing. You're nurturing. You know, you're caring. You have a lot of love to offer, basically. So there's like, you know, it's not like you're like not a person for relationships. Like, I feel like you could thrive in them, and you love being in love. But then there's, you know, there's this genie here. You have the Nine of Cups here. It's talking about, you know, you have everything you kind of need emotionally, but for you in your situation here, I feel like it's like, you know, it's talking about the genie side of the Nine of Cups. Like, be careful what you wish for, but also that you could probably get it. And that's confirmed by the Knight of Cups, which is a card kind of the same as Page of Cups, except it's a little bit of an older, you know, a little older than the Page, but it's basically just saying like somebody, it's kind of the same thing in that somebody's offering you something emotional, but it could be like, you know, somebody very charming, you know, it's the knight on the white horse, but I feel like, so it's talking about like, yeah, love is out there for you, but you're afraid because you've been hurt in the past. You know, this isn't a paranoia, because look, he's got a bandage on his head, so he has been hurt in the past, and that's why he's scared, and that's why he's on his toes. He's like hyper vigilant, looking around. He doesn't know what's gonna happen next, and he's just holding on to that wand, like, you know, trying to protect himself, basically. So this could be cutting you off or closing you off from people, and it could also mean that you're just afraid to get out there. Maybe you feel like you're not, like you're like, no, I'm not, I'm so ready. But for whatever reason, your energy is showing, you know, it's blocking a connection because of the fear or anxiety or whatever this is here. Talking, you know, you've been hurt in the past, so it's like, it makes sense. But I'm just letting you know that it looks like it's affecting you getting into a relationship. Not that there's anything wrong with protecting yourself. It's just that it's, you know, you're protecting yourself from love too. So, okay. Yeah, well, my moderator is the shit, you know, she just does a lot, so I'm very grateful. Okay, okay, I want to know about true love of my life. I don't think you said whether or not you're a water sign, but that doesn't really... Yes, I have anxiety problem. Okay. Oh my god, Jenna. You make me feel bad, because I feel like... That's how I feel about you. Like, I don't think that it's me who is all that is great as you, because you're pretty great. You know, you keep this shit going just as, you know, we need each other to keep this going, I think, you know? It's not just one of us, it's both. So, like, I'm telling you, I would not be able to do it as easily at all. Like, it'd be a challenge, I feel like. It would just, like, be harder to, like, and not that hard is a bad thing, but it would just, like, not be as smooth. It wouldn't run as well, you know what I mean? So, let's just be happy we have each other, and, yeah. But, yeah, this is taking action. So, like, you know, there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself. It's just, like, you need to get out there, you know, you need to start taking action in a way that says, I'm available, and I'm very nurturing, you know, I'm a nice person to date, I think I'd be a good catch. You know, put yourself out there and be willing to, like, be about that energy of wanting a relationship. Because right now it seems like you're a bit unapproachable, you know, seemingly to other people. And it's probably a subconscious fear, you know, the anxiety. You just are very reserved in a way. Even if you're outgoing, I mean, I don't really see that necessary, you know. I mean, you could be outgoing, but it seems more like you're held back. You're not trusting of people, you know, which is because you have been through some shit. So let's see what the romance angels have to say here. Please help us to understand her situation. What does she need to know about her love life? What can you tell us about her love life? What can you tell us about her love life, please? D. What can you tell us about her love life? Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Does that make sense for you? Does that make sense for you? Let me know. Let me know how you feel about that one. Thanks for subscribing. Nil Camel Seal. I think that's what it says. Butthole mouth. I love my parents. I don't have any problems with them. They love me a lot. Oh, okay. I don't want to like say. I feel like when people say something like that, like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I mean, maybe that you have a great relationship with them, but it's like no problems at all. Like, I feel like that just can't be true, but you know, it is to you, so that's all that matters. But okay, so I also saw this, like, I was asking you how you felt about it because I also see it like, okay, you know, there's certain things from your childhood, like maybe you just don't feel like you have anger towards your parents or anything about it, but something about your childhood that happened, which it's kind of vague because I feel like everyone has those things, but I feel like that's what it could be saying to you, is just basically there's something from your childhood that happened that, you know, it needs to be healed. And so that could be where the anxiety comes from, you know, whatever it is. It's just something, you know, even it kind of seems like the anxiety you have now in relationships is because of a past relationship, but I would bet that it's also having to do with other things, you know, not just relationships, because I'm sure you have anxiety in other areas of your life too. It's not just like relationships and that's it, you know, like, so I don't know. I think that's saying basically that there's some things that need to be healed for you to actually find love, for you to actually, you know, be open to it. Because right now it seems like you're a bit closed off. And, you know, it could be a very subconscious thing, like closed off, you know. Like you're wondering what the hell, you know, I'm open, I'm ready, you know, but there's just something your I guess, subconscious mind doesn't think you're ready for. So, nothing out of the ordinary. That happens all the time to people, you know, in different situations. I feel like it's not something that's like, you're not ready. It's like that. It kind of sounds like unfair, but really it's probably for your highest good, you know? Just like, it's not the time yet, you know? Some shit needs to be healed first. And then you'll be more open, you'll be more approachable because you know you're healed and you feel better. So, if only it were that easy. But it can be, you know, you just gotta, you gotta start looking into yourself and figure that out. Figure out what needs healing, exactly. Remember? Take some that's the action right there. That's the action you need to take. So, yeah. Lena. Does Nelson have romantic feelings for me too? Will we be together soon? Or when? Tell me about Nelson's feelings for her, for Lena. Tell me about Nelson's feelings for Lena, please. Anything that we can know about that. Pick up on it. Nelson, Lena. energy between them. What does he feel toward her? What does he think? And well, you're gonna find some information out here. Is he an Aries? That's what I want to know. Is he's a fire sign that's younger than you possibly, or you're the fire sign that's younger? Maybe it's not that, but I'm just putting it out there because that's what the court cards represent pretty much. If it doesn't, we're talking about a person who makes decisions hastily, so probably take it slow with this guy is what I'm that could mean. Let's see. Is he the fire sign? A guy with thank you, Riddy. Or Riddy. In your chart. In your chart there's Aries? Or what are you? And he's younger. So he's not a fire sign, or he is a fire sign? You're Aries rising. And he doesn't have fire at all? You know what is funny about Aries rising? About Aries rising, that's just kind of awkward to say that, is that that could also be talking about this young energy here, because we're talking about the rising sign, we're talking about like the appearance, so it's like the early stages, it's nothing deeper, it's the appearance, right? So that's pretty much all you know right now, kind of thing. I'm not saying that's all you know about this person, but it's like that's funny it's Aries rising, because that kind of represents like what you would just know in the beginning, so the early stages. Also, he's Earth and I'm Earth too. He's Virgo and I'm Capricorn. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you for clarifying. So basically, that could mean something else then. This is not Aries we're talking about here with the Emperor. We're talking about somebody who's responsible. And so basically, this could be a situation where they're not being so responsible, because, yeah, then if he's not fire, then it wouldn't be fire, because we're talking about young fire here. But this is talking about making decisions hastily. So it's like somebody who's not really thinking much before they're acting. And this is something that you're going to find out or realize, something that's going to come to light that was in the dark before, maybe not like kept secret, but just, or it could have been, but basically just something that wasn't in the open before. It wasn't, didn't have light shining on it before, wasn't known, was in the dark, you know, for whatever reason. And this is talking about somebody who's very in control, you know, very responsible and has their life under control, even probably takes care of things, like could be like managing things or overseeing things in some way, has some kind of authority in some way. And so this could mean in any part of his life, or just in his own life, he has authority. He doesn't feel like he's not dependent on people or something like that. So but this is a situation where he's not thinking before he's acting, and so you would think that that would mean that something bad would happen, right? But it doesn't really necessarily mean that. It just means this is something that's out of the ordinary for him, and I think if he hasn't come forward yet, it's probably because he knows it's kind of like he needs to like slow down first. But it's not likely that he's going to do that, because that's what we have here. But it's something that's not normal for him. And he could also probably see you as a responsible person. Like this, but still, it's like this is a situation where it would, to him, it's like it would just be foolish to just jump into it. Like, I need to, like, take my time. That's talking about stress and somebody who feels like they're doing all the work. So it's like he needs, it's almost like he sees a connection, but he knows it's not a good idea yet. He may take it very slow, which really isn't a bad thing. You know, you may want him to do it quicker and all that, but it's really not a bad thing for somebody to take it slow. It's actually kind of considerate and is a bit healthy. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you may be waiting for a little while. So I feel like he's seeing you in a way that's, you know, maybe this is like a new realized thing for him too, because of Sun. It's like he's seeing it now, you know. Maybe he didn't see it before, but he's seeing it now. But he sees it in a whole new light kind of thing, or it's like he's realized he has feelings, you know. But this is talking about him not taking action yet because he feels like it's too soon. And yeah, I don't think he's going to do that yet. even though the Page of Wands is kind of talking about somebody who's not thinking before they act, I think that's what he's thinking about, because we have the Emperor first. So I feel like he's more thinking with that kind of mindset. And he knows this would be something that he would just be jumping into, so he's not going to do that, because it would add more stress to his life, basically. I don't know if he has the exact same feelings as you. It seems like he's progressing at a slower rate than you, because it seems like you already know what your feelings are for him, but it seems that he isn't really sure yet, or he's kind of trying to feel it out and figure out if this is a good idea or not. Because he knows if he jumps into it, it might be a bad idea. You deserve love. You are lovable. For some reason, you're feeling like you just, like he's never gonna want you, or like no one will, or like you're just like, when is the next person? Like you just don't know how it's gonna happen, because you just feel like you don't deserve it. It's like you totally deserve it. Totally. Totally deserve that shit. And also that same card just came out about the parents thing. Like you need to resolve something with them first. That's funny. He's starting his own business. Well, look at that. You know? He is an authority. And he is overseeing things in some area. So, okay. Well, it sounds like it aligns with what he said. You know? Which is a plus, because if it didn't, that would suck. We don't need that happening already. But yeah, so I feel like, you know, that's probably accurate, that he is busy or whatever, you know, he's working on things, and because it seems like he is not going to just jump into things. Like he is thinking more with his rational mind, his mind that is responsible, and he even said that, so that's interesting. That's good. Can you hear him? Oh wait, why'd you retract it? You said a different question before. Okay, but may I have a general love reading? I'm a Gemini guy. Sure, do you want me to use the tarot or just the romance oracle? I think the tarot is a good idea to use both, you know? Because I just feel like it's a more in-depth reading. And then it's kind of been clicking with what the tarot's been saying too, which is like kind of creepy. So, okay. Okay, so let's see. So, wait, so a general love reading is what you're asking? Or a general reading? General love reading, okay. Oh, thanks for clarifying that. Yeah, that's true. They're right here next to me in their little cage, sleeping soundly. That little bottle, but it's a huge bottle, and I actually have to use like a little, like a medicine, like a needle, like, you know how those medicine ones that you give to, like, you can feed animals with it. I don't know what it's called, but that's, no, we don't know if we're gonna keep them, because like we trapped the mom. I don't know if you guys know anything about like trapping cats, that like you trap the mom cat because there's like actual traps that you put the food in there, and then it just, they go in and then it closes it on him. It's not like, it's not harmful at all. It's like what they do when, because these cats will keep having babies, and you know the babies could die. I guess stray cats, baby kitten stray cats, a lot of them don't even live till the first 6 months of their life, and it's very sad. So yeah, there's a lot of cats in the area that I live, like a lot of strays, and so we trapped them. We trapped the cat, and now she's not really taking care of the babies. Like, she's in our garage right now, and we feed her, and we thought she would like help them, but she just hasn't been feeding them or like like licking them or like trying to. She just leaves the cage, so we bring them in here and give them the milk but we don't know if we're gonna keep them. We might, I don't know, because we already have 2 cats and a dog, so it's kind of, I don't know what we're gonna do yet, but so let's see, general love reading. This is one of those times that I'm not going to incorporate the cards that fell. There was only a few of them, so. The message will not be missed, do not worry. Yeah, my dog and I went on a long ass walk today, so he's passed out. Alright. I'm like in such an awkward position right now. Okay. You know the drill, Phantom Punk 007. Pick a number 1 through 3. Please. Alright. 7? 7. 1 through 3. You're funny, 7. 7. It's okay. 2, okay. That's weird. I thought you were gonna say 2, and I thought it said 2 at first, but it said 7. Okay. Do you have a past relationship with a fire sign? Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius? Do you have a past relationship with a fire sign by any chance? Wait, I think you said Leo or something before. Just Earth, okay. So that's not what it's talking about then. Because, okay, it's like talking about something you can't let go of. You know, so from the past, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a person. So let me break it down here. We're talking about you're a nurturing person, harmony, that's what you're looking for in relationships, you know, and using your better judgment. Like, this is something that you're going to think through. I don't think you're just going to jump into something when you get with somebody next time. It's like you're trying to figure out what is the best person. It's like you're not trying to, like, be involved in drama and bullshit anymore. And so you do have many options out there. But then here's you stuck and blocked because you are stuck in the past in some way. So, yeah, it's like you're held back. Sorry, you're held back a little bit because of the past in some way. So, could have been a past connection, and it could just be, you know, anything else. Just something from your past is holding you back. Probably having to do with love, right? But you do have that kind of spirit that could be loved and that need and can love. It's not like you're just like not about relationships, or just not that kind of person. And it's there, you know, but it's just that you're, whatever happened and that you're held back by, it's kind of preventing you. Yeah, see? And we have the, okay, we have the King of Cups here too. We have the Queen of Cups. We had the Queen of Cups, Temperance, Judgment card, Seven of, here, Queen of Cups, Temperance, that's talking about the harmony and nurturing side of you that you're looking for as well. Using your better judgment. This is Judgment. So you're not jumping into things just all crazy. Oops. Yeah. And then you have many options, or different, you know, directions you could be looking in. It's not like there's no one out there. It's just which person is good enough, or like which option, or like, even if you don't know you have options, that's, you do, but it's not like you need help to really find an option. I feel like even if you're not interested in anyone that's like around right now, it's not that there's not people there. It's just that you yourself are stuck in a place where you can't move forward and progress because you're holding on to something from the past. And then, that's what I was going to say, then we have the King of Cups here. So yeah, definitely it's talking about a relationship here. But it's also talking about, not like from the past necessarily, but we're looking at a relationship that's possible. It's just that, you know, with the King and the Queen of Cups, when we see two, a King and a Queen, that's a relationship we're talking about. We also have the King of Wands. That's fire. This is water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Also very genuinely caring person. So that could be you or the person that you're going to be with next. And this is talking about Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But if not, it's talking about a person who's very passionate, confident. They're a go-getter. You know, they're not lazy. They're not going to just sit there and wait. They're like, I'm going to get what I need to get now, and I want it now. You know, they're kind of just fire. You know, their energy. Their energy. But confidence a bit too. And then we have Eight of Swords. So even more, it's telling me that you're stuck. You know, you're stuck in some kind of situation. But the thing about the Eight of Swords is that it's a mental thing, which makes even more sense, because she is not really being prevented from walking away right now. You know, she's not even tied up at the feet, if you could see that. She's not tied up at the feet. She's just tied up right there, and she could walk away. These swords are standing in the ground, but they're not blocking her in any way. But she has that blindfold on, so she doesn't know that. What this represents, since we're talking about swords here, is that it's a mental thing. Because swords are mental, you know, energy. So we're talking about, this is in your mind. You're stuck in your mind. Like, it's you. It's not literally that someone's holding you back or that you're actually stuck, like, physically. But you're held back, you know, mentally. For whatever reason. So, but because of that, it feels very real, and it feels like you actually are stuck there. And that's what it means for you. It's not like, just because you're not really stuck, you're not stuck, you feel stuck, you know? Because of something from the past. So, those damn past situations, right? Yeah, I wish that never happened, so it just could be like, never have happened, like non-existent. But it happened, so, you're held back by it, though. It's really not a good thing. I mean, you need to figure out how to release yourself from that. Because it seems like it's really just not a good thing, you know? That's not obvious enough, but, mindset, fear. Yeah, I totally feel what you're saying. I have to just let that go and move forward. Yeah. Yeah. But I get it, dude. I seriously do. You have no idea. I totally get it. It's hard. But, it definitely is worth it, you know? It's like you have been through, well, I don't know if you have, but, you know, if you have been through a relationship before that was pretty serious and, like, you felt like you couldn't let it go, and then, like, now you're on a, like, different situation, like, and it's let go. So just think about that. Think about how you've done it before, you know? Right now it seems kind of, like, impossible, probably, but you can. You have, and you probably don't even think about that person who it was with before anymore, you know? So at one point in time, you will be that way with this person too. You will get over them, and it won't be anything, you know, to you anymore. So just try to keep that in mind. Let's see what else we can get here. General love reading for Phantom Punk 007. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Nice. It kind of seems appropriate, right? I cannot stop shaking. Wow, it's pretty scary. But yeah, I feel like that's a good thing to get for your reading. So, yay! You gotta stay positive. You gotta get out of your head, because it's just you in there and no one else, and it gets real fucking boring and kind of scary sometimes. You know. Gotta get out there and get some different perspectives and not just be stuck in a situation that, you know, I get it. I get it. Okay, now I'm done. So, who's next? What is coming towards me in love? Waiting. You've been waiting. What is coming towards me in love? What is coming towards me in love? Something new, or you're gonna be pregnant, but it's something new. That's cool. Something new. The birth of something. Not necessarily a pregnancy, but we're talking about a new relationship here. That's what's coming towards you. After disappointment, either that, or it's talking about, this could be this, it could be talking about that this relationship is something that you've experienced before, like the same type of thing, because these cups right here are falling over, and he can grab one of these from behind him, and he can take the same as he's been getting, and he can be disappointed about it again. You know, it's not like it's going to change just because he has more. He has something here that he's disappointed in. It's just not doing it for him anymore. You know, he's just not happy in it. You know, he's very disappointed, you could see. So you can actually do that. You can do the same thing you've always done and get the same result, or you can go to this castle, you know, outside of your territory, your normal territory, reach this castle here, and find what's inside, which is something new. So, it is up to you. It's definitely, you know, a free will thing. Like, we all have free will. There's nothing that I can tell you that is for sure, because you might choose to do something different, like completely out of the ordinary different. And so obviously that would change the course of events in some way. Or many ways maybe. So it's really up to you whether or not you want to take the same thing you've been getting. So you could have a new connection, and it could be the same kind of thing you've been getting. And you can also have a new connection, and it wouldn't be the same thing as you're getting now, or that you've been going for, you know? Or the behaviors that you yourself have been accepting of in relationships wouldn't be the case in this relationship. More respect, I feel like. since we're talking about disappointment here, and if this new beginning is talking about, you know, the Empress, then I feel like it's saying that this is going to be a new good thing for you. Okay. Queen of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. So you could meet this person at work, or this person could have a lot of money, or this could be talking about you being stable and having a lot of love to offer, a lot of nurturing. You're almost like a motherly figure to people. Even if you're a guy, you're a mother, you're supportive, I'll say. So I think with, you know, the Queen of Cups, we're talking about somebody new. This is a person who's genuinely caring and could get you a job, because the Ace of Pentacles here is opportunity for the aces. Pentacles are talking about money, security, jobs, you know, things that you can hold, touch, and feel, things that are earthly, or on this earth, you know, physical. It's not emotional. So we're talking about, like, he has money, or she, or you have money, you're stable, or they could offer you a job. You know, it's just the opportunity for stability, and also a genuinely nurturing person. Tell us about this pregnancy. What else? It's happening again. Ooh, okay. You're putting something to rest after a big blowout fight with not just one person, but many. And if it's not like a fight physically, it probably isn't. But if it's not like an argument with a bunch of different people, we're talking about like conflict, tension with people. Or people to where if you took it far enough, then you would have to fight them. You know, like not literally physically, but you'd have to fight for what you believe in, you know? And that's kind of what you did there. And I feel like it wasn't received well by the people that you did, that you presented it to. Fear. Just like before. You got that fear, you got that anxiety. And that is not helping the situation at all. Like, that's just how it works, you know? You feel nervous. You feel anxiety ridden. You feel like you're not good enough. And that kind of leads to a situation where you're blocked a little bit, you know? People can't see you for who you really are. And that's misleading. And it doesn't really work in your favor all that often either, because it's misleading as fuck and people think you're not available, you know? Mm-hmm. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. what did I say right now? I said, not right now, but like I said something in your reading about you doing better, looks better, or something like that. Like, you know, oh, you're confident. Is that what I said? Like, there's a confidence there, or was that somebody else? I don't know. Maybe it was somebody else. So basically what we know for you is that you're going to have to love yourself first. You're going to have to do whatever you need to do to get to a point where you're not dependent on others, what they think of you, what they want of you, or feel like that's the only way to feel loved is by others. You know, because that really kind of puts a strain on a lot of things you could be doing for yourself. Not to sound selfish, but it's just the truth, you know. Things will only go good if you're able to do that self-work. Now, I'm not saying that to be cliche, because self-work is actually, it's a very important thing. And if you don't do it, then we can go ahead and assume that you're not going to heal from a lot of the things that have happened, from any self-esteem issues at all, because you're not seeing it correctly, you know, because you haven't done the healing. And so you're seeing it in a way that's really preventing you from having these relationships that you want. So I think if you want it to go good in the future, that's what you need to know, is basically that you're going to have to, you know, I mean, what most people have to do, you're going to have to do some work, some personal work to figure out your hang-ups and try to heal from them. And everything starts going a lot better for you at that point, you know? Oh my god, I just did it again. What are the Capricorn's current energies and feelings toward me after seeing me look good and have fun this weekend? Yeah, thank you too, Pervy. I really appreciate your question. Thanks for asking. And thanks for saying thank you. Glad to have you. What are the Capricorn's current energies and feelings towards me? Okay. Whoa, I look back and I'm all, like, dead. Okay. Does that work? My eyes are like so... Okay. So what does he feel for you after seeing you look good and enjoying yourself? What does he feel about you? Looks like he's considering a second chance. Or considering, you know, trying to get in your pants. No, okay. I'm just kidding. That's not what that means. But it just means basically, I mean, it could, but it just means basically, that's not all it would mean. It means this, and it's not even what it means at all, really. Like, what it means is that somebody's trying to flirt with you and you know, offer you something emotional, and it's in the early stages. So even if you guys do have a past, then it would be talking about the early stages of the second chance, or it would be talking about if there even is a second chance, actually, you know, because there might not be, but that's kind of the idea, is that they're wanting them. They're wanting they're wanting there to be one, you know. If you guys do have a past, that's what it would be, as a second chance, I guess you could say. But if it's not a second chance and it's the first time, then that's what it's talking about even more, because it's talking about an early relationship. So if it's, you know, a past relationship, it's the early start of, you know, your guys' revival together. So, yeah, I definitely think that that's gonna happen. That scared me. So I do see waiting though. It's kind of like somebody's waiting there, you know, just hanging around, waiting for something to kind of spark their attention, and here it is, the Fool. This could be an adventure. This could be fun. This could be exciting. What's there to worry about? Those kinds of things. Working very, very hard on themselves in the past year. Working very hard on themselves and kind of just being to themselves, you know? Very much to themselves. So now they might be looking in your direction. So let's see. Oracle, can you tell me any advice she needs or how to help a kitten who is here I go again. Talking about something that we're not even talking about. You guys, I don't know what's going on. That is weird to me. Like, I'm gonna freak myself out because I was just watching this chick with a brain tumor talk about it. I'm like, do I have a brain tumor? Probably not, but I'm just saying, like, what the fuck? That's so crazy. I just did it again. I said the kittens. I was gonna ask something about, like, I was gonna say, tell the kittens, like, when to feed or something. I don't know. So let's see about your guys' relationship. So, you and Capricorn. This guy. What is this relationship going to be based around? What do we need to know about this relationship? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So if this person, we're talking that the Capricorn, is a person that's not, who doesn't fit in your usual expectations, then I could say that that's probably what it's talking about. But if it's not, if this guy's totally your type, dated guys like this before, then I see it as, this isn't the one for you. You might think it is, but it's not. There's somebody else that's there for you. That's out there for you. And probably many other people. I don't know how people feel about soulmates out there. I don't think there's just one, you know? I mean, there could be. If you decide to stay with them, then you wouldn't know about the other ones, right? But, so this person could be, but it's talking about, you know, somebody else. If the person that you're talking about in this situation is not somebody that you would usually date, then I would say it's them. But if it's somebody that you have dated, like, it's your type, it wouldn't be kind of like different or a shock or anything, like you have to learn a whole new culture, like these are the guys you date, then I would say it's not this person, it's somebody else, which is kind of cool. What will happen in my connection with Caleb this November? Tell me about the connection between Jenna and Caleb this November. Tell me what it's going to be like. What's energetically between them? What do they need to know? Or what does she need to know? What is energetically between them? in November? Huh. Hate the moon sometimes. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be a time that it's a time for you to be doing a lot of understanding of yourself. And I know that's boring and that's not what we want when we're looking for love. But the Hermit here at the bottom, it's also the Virgo card, but we're talking here about the energy between you. This is a time that would be favorable for you guys both to not just think about like your relationship and how like think about your role in it. No, I think it's more about like self improvement. Like not even self-care. Well, it is self-care in a way to do that, but it's just very much considering what you want, what you need, and what your thoughts mean, like how you see the world, you know, just taking that time to yourself to figure yourself out and kind of you know, reconstruct some of your values if you need to. But if not, we're talking about, you know, just figuring out what those values are, basically, like what you're about, so that you know, recap with yourself. This month I don't see you guys connecting very much because we do have the Six of Swords and also the Four of Cups. So it's talking about they're moving in a direction that's, you know, opposite of you. They're not doing it happily. They're not happy. But they feel like they have to, and so that's what they're doing. And it's even almost like they're letting someone else lead them away. So it's not even like they're really actively trying to escape you or something. It's more like they're very sad to have to do it, but for some reason they do. They're closed off. I don't think that they're going to be taking any offers or any if you're trying to like ask them out, it seems like they're going to be like no, you know, but to everybody. So not just you, but to everybody. Every offer that's handed to them, it's like they're not about it this month. And then we got the Moon, and I feel like that's talking about, okay, confusion. You know, obviously, this is a very confusing time. The longest you've gone without talking to them, you might be thinking like, what is this? You know, like it's just very confusing. You just aren't sure how this happened. And but I do feel like it could come back around. You know, seasons changing. Also, it could be something, you know, that you really wanted to happen happens. It's just when things come full circle, I feel like stability is the biggest factor. It's like you guys need to make sure you're okay. You need to make sure that you have your finances together, your job together. You know, there's just a lot of things that need to be taken care of. But you will have opportunities to create more stability in your lives. So I feel like, again, this is a time for you guys to be considering what it is that you need and all of that. I think that, you know, the energetically between you, there's a lot of healing individually, and there's a lot of, you know, you thinking about how you feel about things and what that means for you in this world. So it's like you guys are taking a very independent streak away from each other this month. It would be a good idea if you try to, you know, do that. Tell me about Caleb and Jenna this month. November. Tell me what I need to know. Tell me what Jenna needs to know about their connection together this November. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Oh, that's what someone else got, huh? So basically, it's not happening right now. And I feel like, in regards to your question, November, I feel like November, it's not going to happen, you know, because there's just so much happening individually. Or, you know, that needs to be happening. I mean, you know, you have a choice of whether or not to do that. That kind of, like, looking into yourself work. You could just fuck off this whole month and not do that, but it would still not be favorable for you guys. You know, it seems like that's not what's going to happen this month. You know, I even feel like it could be more closed off than it is now. Like, you're like, how could it be even worse? We're not talking. But it's like that continues on in through November, and this is like something that you've never experienced with them before. You're like, at some point we are going to talk again, like we always do. But it seems like this month it's not really seeming like it's going to happen this month. So that happens sometimes. And it's rough, but remember, you're supposed to do that time to yourself. You're supposed to do that work yourself, you know, figure it out. I mean, figure yourself out. Like, figure out what it is that you need, what it is that you're looking for. Then you go back into the world after that little hermit mode isolation time, and you just feel a lot better because you know exactly what you're looking for, exactly what you're not. And if, as people with free will, if you're already able to have, you know, if you're able to learn boundaries, then you're even better because you know what you do want, you know what you don't, and you will act accordingly. It's not just like you'll take whatever. You know, you have boundaries, you know the person's not good for you, you know they're not your type or whatever it is, or that they are, and then you go for that. So it's like you kind of come out stronger, more aware of what you really need and want, and so you're not just going to go for anybody, you know, and you can take your time and you can evaluate the situation. It's a growth thing, and I feel like it's really needed, you know, as we all go through that in life. At certain points, we need that kind of time. And right now, it's yours. So, do it up. If anyone's new here, can you go ahead and subscribe and like, hit the notification bell, and you know, when we go live, it'll let you know that we're gonna go live, and then you won't be able to miss a thing if you want to come and watch the videos. Watch me go live, watch us go live with us. We do it, I don't know, 3-4 nights a week. I've just been sick the last couple of days, or I would have done it, but yeah, just letting you guys know that notification bell is very helpful and useful. Who would be a better partner for me, Libra or Pisces? Who has pure intentions? Thank you for the question, by the way. So tell me about this relationship this relationship trouble she's having. Is he the one for her? Is he the one that she should be with? Tell me about these guys. You know, the energy between, like, all of them. Is it something worth fighting for, or is it neither of them are worth it? Like, what? Tell me about each of them. And the whole situation. Just give me the understanding of what she needs to know about it in order to make a decision. I would say that it's almost like you've been through a situation similar to this before. And I almost want to say neither of them, just because it's saying, like, the whole underlying energy is being closed off to these people. Either that, or these people are emotionally unavailable, and that's something that's not going to be healthy, and it's not going to be fun for you, you know. But you are taking action on a new start, on this, you know, you're taking action on this new beginning with one of these people. If there's a Capricorn involved, then okay, you're probably going to go back to them. But if not, then I would say that this is saying, when it comes full circle, this situation is toxic. And that could be talking about because it's a third or three, you know, like maybe you're not with them. I don't know the situation exactly for you, but you're asking which ones are better, you know, which one has, you know, the better intentions. And so it's kind of a sticky situation, isn't it? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, you got some options here, but it's toxic. And I feel like that's talking about both of them. So yeah, it seems like whoever this is talking about, I feel like it's talking about both, though, because we're talking here about, like, the relationship and the whole situation in general. It's toxic. But let's dig deeper. Let's try to get some individual things for, like, these people, since that's what you're asking, right? You're going, okay, but which one? And there's nothing, I mean, it kind of seems like it's saying neither. But, let's see if we can get anything else. Wait, your first love was a Pisces, Jenna? because mine was too. That's weird. Yeah, that is kind of weird, huh? So tell me about this Libra person. Yeah. You don't think Cancers are whiny? I do. Okay, you come to realize something. Okay, so one of them is a Libra. Is the other person a water sign? Kashish? Okay, well. It's funny because at first when I picked these cards, it seemed like you're realizing that this person is, you know, you're waiting around for them, or they're lazy, or they're not taking action, or they're just kind of like stagnant, you know, like they're hanging there, they're waiting for someone to, you know, they're just kind of lazy in a way. But then it's showing Two of Cups and King of Cups. So I feel like this person is genuinely caring towards you, and it could actually be a good love relationship. So now I see it a little bit different. I see it as you're now realizing, you know, it's almost like you just needed more information to know for sure, and that's why you're asking which one has the better intentions. I mean, I feel like this person's intentions are solid. Like Two of Cups, King of Cups. He's a genuinely caring person, and he's a Pisces. So even more, the King of Cups would represent him, right? Because we're talking about water. So Two of Cups too. It's not like fake Two of Cups. So basically that toxicity, then we're talking about the whole situation just being, you know, you considering two different people at once. Maybe that's what the toxicity was. Or like you feel chained to that whole idea that you need a certain person. Like maybe you just don't even need to be with anybody, but it's kind of something that you're not going to let go of in your mind. Like you feel like you need to pick one of them. Basically, I see it as the Pisces because we're talking about the King of Cups, Two of Cups. That's like a love, that's like a true love kind of thing. You guys see eye to eye. I mean, it's like a beautiful thing is what I feel like. So that's what I would say. And you know, your ex isn't your ex. Your ex is your ex for a reason, right? So let's see what the Oracle has to say about it. The Romance Angels. Tell me about this Pisces person. Tell me about the relationships you have with them, please. Show me and explain to me the relationship they'd have. If it's a good idea, if it's worth it, worth trying. What did I just say? Remember? Two of Cups. True love, right? It's like a true love. I just said that. This is the romance of a lifetime. I think you got your answer. So, it's not saying you're gonna like necessarily marry that person. It's just you're gonna fall for him probably pretty hard. And it could actually be something really great. So, damn, nice. That's cool. Yeah, these cards are working pretty well, huh? Crazy. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Oh, oh. He's not awake, look. He's still passed out. That is so funny. He's such a lover, I love him. Okay. Chupa! Thanks. I really like the new deck too. I mean, it's working pretty well, isn't it? Hmm? Oh, she. Okay. Oh yeah. It's back here, yeah. Okay, will I get married to Naman Jane? He is Leo, I'm Libra. Will I get married to Naman? Okay. Tell me about the relationship between these two. I'm going to ask it in this way because I don't want to ask a yes or no question, right? So I'm going to ask, what's the relationship between these two in the future? And, you know, if it's something more serious, it might even point out straight up marriage. But it might say it's over. It might say you guys are walking away from each other. It might say it's toxic, things like that. So we'll kind of, you know, understand better by seeing all the details there, what it says about what your relationship would be, you know, what it would consist of, basically, in the future. What can we expect to see as time goes on within the relationship between these two, if any, occurs? The Star, there's hope. The Hermit. Okay. That could mean a few things. Three of Pentacles. All right. I would say here that it's not even necessarily saying you won't get married. It doesn't say you will, though. It says that there's a betrayal that happens, likely to be a third-party situation. Somebody that you're with offers love to someone else, and you know, it's like they go and they search for someone else. You know, they're or not necessarily that they're searching for someone else. It's just that they what's the word, they what's it called when somebody not like sway, or what is it, they what's the word, like somebody astray or something, is that what it is? What's the expression, like, I don't know, they strayed from you, right? Yeah, so there's hope here, and then the Hermit. That's where I want to stop, because the Hermit says, it's almost like saying you guys are very to yourselves. So maybe that's the reason why you know, this Three of Pentacles situation happens, to where it's like others, it's almost like you know, other people's ideas, it's like there's an effect on the relationship and how other people have an influence in it, because when people come into the situation and start, you know, exchanging ideas, you know, there's that influence there that you can be taken and led astray from the person you're with because you're already not very close in the way of like you're very reserved into yourself. That's what I feel like with the hermit. It's like in a relationship. It's almost like lacking that intimacy. Like you guys just don't even, not that you don't know each other, but it's you're very to yourselves in a way that it's like when other people, you know, start to come in and interact with you, you know, it's possible that somebody could get that person's attention and they could become interested in them and be led astray. So basically, you know, there's that hermit, there's the star. Hope for the hermit, you know, have faith in the hermit is going to happen. So it's like you guys will not be very, it's going to be easy for somebody to come in, and I'm not saying someone's going to come in and basically try to break you up, but it's like, you know, other people for some reason, you know, you're exchanging ideas with another person. Someone who comes in at some point and kind of has an effect and has an, you know, there's a change. Somebody else has an impression on one of you. And then the Ten of Swords. So we're talking about betray of trust here. And we're also talking about the Prince of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, you know, offering that cup to somebody new, you know, that emotion, that love, or, you know, flirting with someone new. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which is talking about somebody kind of going off and finding whatever it is that they need that they don't have right here. So for whatever reason, you guys, the relationship is lacking in some or many ways. And so I don't see that it's about marriage here. It seems like it's about, see, I don't want to assume. It could be a short-lived relationship. It could be long-term. But I do see that that's how it kind of changes and ends, possibly. It may not even end. I mean, we can go further and further and see if, like, maybe you guys will get back together and it'll still go on. That relationship that when they go with the new person could be short-lived and you guys could still make it work. But for the marriage thing, I mean, the way that this looks, it's looking like that's not really what's going to happen. It looks like what's going to happen is that betray of trust, so be careful with that. It's not saying that they're going to do it to you either. It's you could be doing it to them. You know, it just seems like that relationship is going to, at some point, be very painful because of the unexpected betrayal of trust, having to do with the third person who comes in, all because you guys are not very emotionally connected, you know? You're very to yourselves, independent maybe even, you know, which is a good thing. But in a relationship, it's just not, other people that come in have an effect on the situation. So let's see what the romance angels, maybe it'll say that this love is worth waiting for, or like you can make it past anything. In that case, I would say that it's possible you could get married. But right now with the tarot, it looks like that would be no. But let's see. Tell me about marriage between these two. What can you tell me about marriage between these two in the future? At any point, will there be a marriage? Can you tell me what that would look like, or if that's possible? Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So either that means that there will be a relationship and the scenario I just explained will play out and then you'll kind of be done with it, or that's what, you know, that's what the romance angels are advising that you do. Release the ex, you know, the person that this happens with. And then also it could be saying that basically this person, it's not even going to happen. Like maybe if you're with this person now and you're wondering if you guys are going to get married or something, I don't know what your status is now, but if you guys are together now, then it's talking about release them would be a better idea, and marriage is not likely to happen, or it's talking about when that happens later on. That's the time to release them. So I feel like it's not going to happen, or at least the romance angels are saying that's not what they think is a good idea for you. So basically, yeah. Hate to say that because I feel like that's what you're wanting, but and you know, free will, you could still possibly do that. It's not saying you're not going to get married. It's just saying that basically this is a scenario that's going to play out, and whether or not you decide to get married after that or whatever, or maybe you're married at the time it happens. I mean, but to me it seems like a no based on the situation and what the cards are trying to, you know, show me and highlight for this question. So to me it seems like a no, but I mean anything could happen. It's not saying you never will, maybe, you know, but to me it's a no because of what it's showing me in regards to your question. So I'm just explaining that to you. Oh. Okay. Let me know. Oh, do you need your phone? Here. It's on. It's just a little delayed on there.
The cats are crying.
Hmm?
The cats are crying.
They did?
Didn't they?
Huh. Okay. Okay, Pearl. You guys are funny. Just wondering what's coming up for me in love. Okay. Gotcha. I'm like, which deck to use? Which one? This one's the easiest to shuffle, so I feel like that's a good idea. Right now. I would have another deck I could add to this. Where is that deck? Okay. No, it's in one of the decks in the garage, I think. It's that what's it called? Tarot of the, like, it's like got gold in it. Like, I don't know, I forget what it's called right now, but it's cool. I'll do that one next time. It's on one of my older videos. Okay. What's coming up for you in love? What's coming up for you in love? Okay, so it's like you're being defensive about a love situation. You know, I see you as the King of Cups, so it's you know, it's either talking about somebody who's very, very genuinely caring towards you, or it's talking about in them kind of defending you, or it's talking about you being that kind of nurturing person and defending them. So also it could be talking about a water sign. So we're talking about Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. I don't know if you have one of them in your life at the time. At this time, it could be talking about Aquarius here as well, because we have the star. Then we're talking about Four of Cups, which is a closed off energy. So it's like I feel like you are, you're putting yourself out there for somebody who is emotionally unavailable, but you're trying to, like, prove yourself to the person, you know? But that isn't really received well because they are emotionally closed off. But Seven of Wands is the defensiveness. And it's like anything for love, right? It's like, and you're hoping that that's going to work, but it's more, this person is more not focused on connecting with people, or at least not you. It seems like they're more focused on their finances or their stability. Maybe they feel like you just can't provide that to them. Let's see what this is talking about. What's between her and this Pisces? Nine of Cups. The Hanged Man. The Moon Watch at some point. Five of Wands. Prince of Wands. Seven of Swords. And the Empress. I feel like this person has a lot of fire in their chart. Or they're very, like, in a way they're not really what you would think of as a Piscean, like, you know, somebody who's very just like easygoing is a Pisces. Like, they're just very easygoing and like they understand how people feel. They want the vibe to be good, you know. It seems more like they're kind of like not aggressive necessarily, but just kind of defiant, rebellious. Like, they don't want anyone telling them what to do. They don't want anyone imposing on whatever they're trying to do. And they're also not very honest, you know. They're like kind of hiding some things, and but it looks like the reason that this isn't happening is because that's why I said the moon might be coming out, but it didn't. But it's showing, like, the Nine of Cups is talking about a situation that seems like it's all there, like it could all be there, but the Hanged Man is saying that it's not happening because somebody is delaying that, probably purposefully, it seems, you know, and just kind of like not giving you a straight out answer, not like coming and being there for, or not like opening themselves up to you completely. And that's frustrating. So then they could be kind of defensive about this, and it's almost like overnight they just switch into a person that's like, you know, you're like, what the fuck? Like, they switch into kind of like a fiery, like, kind of like, they don't like anyone imposing on them. They don't like anyone trying to make them be held accountable, you know. They don't like anybody trying to question them or try to like figure them out. And so you're trying to figure the situation out because they're not really being clear. I would say that this person's a big waste of time. And you already said they're manipulative too. So it's like, what are you even doing with considering that person, you know? But if they're manipulative, then that makes sense, right? Because they're obviously manipulating you into believing that they're, you know, worth a shit when they're a manipulator. And you know it, but you think, well, maybe though, you know. Like, maybe I'll try that out. They seem really cool and great, but they're emotionally unavailable as fuck, and they're not going to give you what you're looking for in a relationship. They're going to kind of like, I would even say lead you on, but it seems like they don't even start a relationship with you. It seems like they kind of like start a, like, this could happen feeling with you. And you're like, thanks, but is this going to happen or not? And they're just kind of like pushing it off and delaying it even further. Like, it's frustrating. That's just what I feel like could happen in this situation. And it seems like a big fucking waste of time. Like a game. Like, it's just like they never intend on showing up and being there 100%. They just think like they like the attention or something, you know? But let's see what's between you with this relationship. Between her and this Pisces, what can we say is there? What do we need to know about that situation? Please help us to understand. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Again, healing family issues. So it's like, I feel like this person almost reminds you of somebody from your family, or it reminds you of it's like, I don't know if it's like daddy issues or something. And I'm not saying like, I'm not judging or saying like that's like I'm not like calling you out and saying like that's like, oh wow, like that's lame or something. Like, it happens to a lot of people. I'm not judging at all. It just, to me, it kind of seems like it could be like this person reminds you of somebody from your family or someone that you were familiar with while you're growing up, so that it seems normal, or it seems right, or it seems kind of like that's why you're interested, because you're used to people like that, or there's something about him that kind of is familiar to you for whatever reason, probably from your childhood, or maybe just from, you know, when you were younger. But and it could even just be talking about if you feel like no, that doesn't resonate at all, then and sometimes, you know, you'd be surprised, there's things about people that you don't think at all they're not the same as, you know, anyone that you grew up with, but then later on you kind of see the little things that are actually very similar, and it's not obvious things, it's just these little ways that they are, like how you feel around them, not like even necessarily how they treat you or how they treat other people or how they are as a person, but the energy that you feel about yourself around them. You start to notice, that's how I felt a lot when I was younger, you know. And it's not even because they're doing the same, they're treating you the same as people did when you were younger, but for whatever reason, that's how you feel, is how you felt when you were younger, you know. So it's kind of like they're giving you the same, it feels familiar in that way, you know, but it's more subtle and it takes longer to see those things. But so basically it could be that, or it could just be you know, literally something from like lack of boundaries, or something from your childhood that, you know, something that you need to heal, you know, because that's the only reason that you're even interested in this person that you know is manipulative, because, you know, whatever happened when you were a kid, or, you know, not like there's a certain event necessarily, but just however, you know, your childhood affected you in some way to where you're interested in the person that you already kind of know isn't good for you. So that could mean anything, but you know your life better than I do, so I'm just putting a few scenarios out there so you kind of get what I mean. But yeah, I feel like that person is a big fucking waste of time. Like, if I can say that, I think that's fair to say. Will I get hired this November for the fire officer 1 job that I applied for? Y'all pure like Virgos. And my name, Katrina. Look it up what it means. The meaning of the name Katrina. And Catherine, same thing. I don't really think I'm pure, though, because what does that even mean, you know? Like, really? That's kind of, like, I don't even get, like, how you would, like, determine if somebody's pure. Like, I don't, what is pure, you know? I guess it can mean different things to different people. I'm just going to show you this really quick because it's kind of funny. Okay. Here. So, and it is a variation of Catherine, which was my mom's name. Kind of cool. So we're both pure as shit. I came from a pure woman, and I'm pure as fuck. No, I don't really think that at all. I just think it's funny because it says that about Virgos too, and blah blah blah. So but I'm not that full of myself in thinking that. That's just unreasonable. That just doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm not gonna miss you. Don't worry. Okay, so okay, fire officer job, right? I thought I just saw one. Yep. This one is flipped over in the deck. That's called manifestation right there. It's talking also about you have all the tools you need to make it happen. It's just about making it happen. So I feel like nothing is stopping you from being able, like, you're qualified for the job. I feel like there's nothing stopping you from being able to get the job. So it's almost like, you know, have faith because you do know what you're doing and you are qualified. So it's like there's no reason really that they shouldn't. But you're waiting here. I don't know how long you've been waiting, but it seems like a while. And if not a while, it seems like you're going to be waiting a little longer. But I feel like you and the boss see eye to eye. I feel like this is a job for you that you feel like you're connected to, and it's a thing that just feels right. It's a thing that you feel like is, like, if we're talking about you and the boss, then you guys see eye to eye. You guys kind of have the same values, and that's how they saw you. But if we're not talking about the boss, then we're talking about this job in general is something that's right for you, you know, seemingly, because the Two of Cups, it's very connected. It's almost like you're just looking at exactly what you're needing in your life. So I feel like it's a really good option. Oh no, I'm not talking about a love connection. What, the Two of Pentacles? Or I mean the Two of Cups? I don't mean to, No, yeah, no, this is for you. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about a relationship at all. This is, but it could be the relationship with the boss, but I mean, you know, or the person who would hire you, the person who you've talked to and interviewed with or whatever already. Yeah. No. Yeah, this is your reading. Basically, it's saying you have, you know, the tools you need, the experience you need. You have everything you already need. You know, like, you don't need anything else. You have what it takes to have this job. You know, you have the skill set and all of that. But you're waiting. And so this means if you haven't. Okay, wait. Okay, so what was your question? Because I want to make sure I have it right. I'm pretty sure I do have it right, but just say it again so I can know for sure. Because you seem confused, and that's not good. I just want to make sure, just because if I'm doing it, you know, I want you to, like, kind of understand what I'm saying. That's kind of, I don't want you to not get what I mean. Yeah, but also I do want to make sure I have the right question, because then, you know, they rewatch it and it's like the wrong one. That would not be a good thing. You know. I get hired at this month hiring for officers without job. Okay, yeah, no, that's the question. Is it like slow? It's lagging for you guys or something, huh? It's not lagging for me. I'm seeing everything, but passing of requirements are starting from November 6th to the 20th. Yeah, I don't, that's funny because that's exactly what I'm saying is you have you have everything you need to achieve that, or to, you know, like, there's nothing really that's saying that you shouldn't get the job is what the cards are saying. So it's not telling me you will or won't. What it's saying, because I don't do yes or no's anyway, but that's what I mean about, like, it gives you more detail when you don't ask a yes or no, because what it's saying is there's nothing standing in the way. So what it leads me to believe in that way, in your case here, with, you know, it's saying there's nothing standing in the way here of you getting it, because you do have what it takes and you don't need anything else. You know, you're qualified, and you see eye to eye with either the person that you're going to be speaking with about this, or you just feel like very connected to your job. Like, this is like the job for you, and that even more. Like, if you express that to them, even more, it gives you more of an opportunity, because basically you're showing that this is for you. Why wouldn't they? You know, that's what it's telling me. Why? There's no reason. There's nothing standing in your way. This is for you, and you can do it. But there's waiting. So I don't know if that means, you know, right now you're waiting. Have you been waiting a long time for this to, you know, for you to get an answer? Or you could be waiting a little bit to hear an answer. But basically there's nothing standing in your way. And so what I feel like that's saying is that don't do anything wrong, don't be late. This is free will at this point, because you do have what it takes. There's no reason that they shouldn't see you as a great candidate for the job. So what it leads me to believe is, what it's saying basically is that okay, so what it's leading me to believe is that possibly you are going to do something that is going to affect that. Like, maybe don't slack, don't be late, don't like, make sure you have all the information with you, all the things you need to present yourself and express yourself in a way that's showing that you have the exact qualifications for this and that this is the thing for you. Express your love for this job, your connection to this job inside, and basically there's nothing standing in your way. So it's all about you now. And it seems like you're going through a lot right now. I'm not trying to like laugh. I'm just saying, like, I hope that isn't going to affect the situation. It could. I mean, I don't know. It seems like the only thing that would be standing in the way is you. And that's because you would like do something wrong in a foolish way that's like doesn't need to happen. You know what I mean? Like being late or something like that. Like, it just seems like you have what you need for the situation, so there's nothing standing in the way. To me, that says that you have every chance to get it. Now it's just up to you to show up on time with everything you need, present yourself in a way that represents you truly, truthfully, which is that you have what it takes and you feel like this is the thing for you to do. This is your thing. So, I don't know if we want to look at the romance angels for that, but let's see. Well, I guess it's not a love relationship, but let's see what the relationship with this job could be. Like, is this a job for you? It seems like it is. Is this a situation that is for your highest good? I don't know if this is going to work, but let's just see what it says. What is the connection here? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So, to me, I interpret that as, like I just said, make sure that you are expressing yourself in a way that is truthful. When you do, go to that, hiring event that you're going to be, putting in your application and probably talking to somebody, make sure that you are from the heart. This is a connection that you feel is right for you inside, in your heart. You're connected. So that's perfect. It's saying, I think that's the thing that it's saying. The only thing standing in the way is if you don't express yourself in that way. Make it known, make them even feel that, what this feels like for you. So be able to express that, and if you have a hard time doing that, you got to practice it, Ask people how they represent themselves. People that you feel in your life are very passionate and able to kind of express how they feel without any fear, and you just admire that about them. Like, they're always able to, like, show it, like, explain, like, get me to even feel what they feel because they're just so expressive. Ask them, like, how do they do that? Some people might not even know how they do it, but some people could probably give you some advice, like, well, this is what you do. You have to be about it, and they'll tell you. So, I mean, I would ask around. If you feel like that could be an issue, the issue is if you feel like you're not that type of person who can really kind of get people to understand where you're coming from exactly, like, in their heart to really know, like, what you're about. I would ask around, because I kind of have a problem with that too. So I feel like that could be, if that's a problem for you, that's what I would do to, make sure that I have the correct kind of expression, the correct, vibe. Like, how do you create that? That's what I'd be trying to figure out. So it's really just about, expressing yourself in a truthful way so that you can get them to feel that you are the person for this job. And it's not like you're lying, It's just getting them to kind of be convinced of that as well. To feel that passion that you have for it inside. So, it's pretty cool. Okay. I have an interview on the 14th. Will it go well? Will I lose my 4-day week? if I accept. No problem. It's what we're here for. Thank you for the question. Okay, Charlie. Okay. Like I said, I need to get like a work deck or something, like one that's about finances and jobs or something, you know. Or if there's not one out there, then maybe we should create one. But that would be cool actually. If you guys like in the comments after this or now, you should, you know, if you have any suggestions as to like what would a work deck be like what kinds of things would it say, or what would you want it to say, like what would you think that would be, you know, helpful. Like you're asking a question, like I will get to you right now, Charlie, don't worry. But you know, it's like if you're asking a career question, what kinds of things would you want to see? Like basically, do I have a chance to get this job? And it's like, yes, if you know, for example, express yourself and show how much you are passionate about it, like the last person's question. So that could be one. And then like, you know, what types of questions, what types of pictures, and what kinds of like, you know, answers, you know, like what do you think that would look like? That's just what I'm curious about. Because I have a few ideas already, but we should create this thing together, you know? And I want to know some good ideas, you know? I need some help here. I'm interested in what you guys would think about that. What would you like to see on a deck like that? Okay, so she's got a job on the 14th, a job interview, and we want to know what's the likelihood that she's gonna get this job. This job, what's between her and this job? Wow. That's pretty fucking cool. Because you know what that means, right? It means there's nothing. That's so weird because I was just thinking to myself, it's either going to be that there is nothing standing in the way, or it's going to show us that there is something standing in the way, and then maybe that can be resolved. But, again, you have what it takes. So, that, to me, there's nothing standing in the way. Again, it's like you have what it takes to, you know, you have the qualifications, everything looks good. The hermit mode, though, is saying that there is something that you're going to need to be thinking about, or something that you need to think about and consider about yourself. Like, do you really want this job? Is this job going to fit in with your needs? Like you said, the 4-day week thing. You know, you have to really consider, like, is this what's best for you right now? Because there's nothing standing in the way of you getting it. You can get it, but that is one of the things that could kind of affect your life, right? Like, if that's really important to you, you know, if there's something you need to be considering and thinking about, you know, is this the right thing for you? What do you want? What do you need? And is this that? Because you are, you know, for what they're looking for, you have that. It's really about, is this what you really are about, or wanting, or needing? Because it seems to me that, dare I say, it's going to be a bit more stressful. It's going to be like you're taking on so much, you know, you're taking on extra that is like difficult to do on your own. And you may even feel like you're doing it on your own when you shouldn't have to. Like maybe, you know, you're picking up the slack for other people, and that becomes a stressful situation. You know, he's carrying all these wands up here, up this hill, by himself. And it's like, you know, you need to make sure everyone's doing their part, and you're not just like covering for people and taking responsibility for other people's stuff. If they fail, it doesn't mean you did, it means they did. You know, you don't have to cover up for them. Sometimes we're in a situation where it's like, it just looks better if you do real quick, because it's going to look way worse on everybody on the team or in this group. If this one thing isn't done, it's going to look bad on us. So I have to do it because they're not going to do it, and it's going to make us look bad. But in this situation, I mean, that's just no way to live anyway. If you start doing that, then that's going to become a pattern, and that's going to be even more stressful. You're going to be doing it on your own. And so I feel like don't even get in that situation. Like if you're starting to take on shit that other people, it's their responsibility, like don't even be about that shit for a second, because it won't change. You know, like that's like something that people start taking advantage of you, and that's just not, that's going to even be more stressful. And so this year is talking about you have to focus on what's best for you in your stability. You know, it's like that's what you're looking for right now. You're looking for what you need financially, what you need to feel secure, and something that's like offered to you in a way that makes life easier, you know, because you have more security in that situation. So you have some thinking to do. You have some consideration to do about this this offer, because I do feel like there's nothing standing in the way of you getting it. You know, you have what it takes. It's really not about whether or not you're good enough for it. It's just about, is this really what you want, basically. Okay, let's see a little further then, because that's something that, you know, we want to clarify and know for sure if we're talking about the old job or the new job here. But I mean, in your job that you have now, maybe we can clarify it this way. In the job that you have now, do you feel like you have all, like everything, you know, there's nothing that you need more of, like your expertise or your skills, like everything's there, it's just you're not really enjoying it anymore, or, you know, you feel like it's not like really that you're lacking in any way, like it's not like I don't know how to explain. It's like you know, you have everything you need for this job. It's just you just aren't enjoying it. Like you feel like it's just not right for you anymore. You feel like this just isn't the thing. Like you've done some consideration, some thinking about this, and you've come to the decision that, you know, you really feel like it's just not for you. Okay. Yeah, you're looking for something more stimulating. Do you feel like, though, that you're doing everything yourself? Like you're taking on other people's stuff? Like you're taking on... Because it seems like it's not very stressful for you if you're saying that, you know, you're not going to learn anything new. But what is the stress in the situation? Like, is it that... Because there's this whole thing of, I know you said you're wanting a team, so maybe that's what it is. It's saying, though, here basically you're taking on everything yourself. So if we are talking about the job you have now, is that how you feel you're doing the boss's job? So you do feel like you really are taking on, like he's putting you in a situation, or he or she is putting you in a situation that you feel like it's like you are doing everything yourself when you don't have to be. Like, in a way that's very stressful, though. Like, it wouldn't just be easy. It would be, like, you feel like you have to do it because no one's going to. And it's just, like, you know those people that are like, oh my god, I got it. Like, I'll just do it because I do it better, or I'll just do it faster, or whatever. Like, I already know. But it's, like, they don't really, like, necessarily want to sometimes, but they just feel like it's just easier. So it's, like, that really starts to build up and become very stressful. So if it's something that's not very stressful, I would say that it's not talking about the job you have now. I mean, do you feel like it gives you enough stability at this job? Like this job provides you with enough financial, or it provides you with enough, you know, security? It's just basically you just really don't enjoy it, is what it is. It's not really about the money. It's just really about like you're set pretty well. In this new job you could be too, but it's just like this job you just really aren't interested in. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a stressful thing. I'm not trying to say like it's not that stressful. It has to be really, you know, it's like obviously you're doing everything on your own, like you said, and you want more of a team. So do you feel that you're like financially pretty set in this job, or it's like... Okay, so you're looking for more stability. So what do you know? We could be talking about this job. I don't want to just, you know, the cards can be interpreted in so many different ways. I don't want to be misleading at all. And that sounds plausible. You know, it sounds like it could be talking about the job you have now. So, you know, you've done this consideration. You really have done a lot of this consideration. Like, you don't need to do any more consideration. You know that you want something, you know, different. You have the stability, but really you don't, because you have this fear that you are going to lose the job, or the team, I mean. You know, you're going to lose any help you do have, because basically that's already what's happening. It's all on you, and people are putting it on you, even the boss. So you're like sitting here like, how can I manifest something better? You know? And that's what you're needing. So either way, you know, I feel like both of those scenarios make sense. You feel like this is talking about your old job, and you know your life better than me, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, go with that one, because that's your life, you know what you resonate with. So, you know what I mean? So, okay. So that really doesn't tell us much about this new job, does it? Let's see what it says about this new job. Theme of 23, now 6, and no voice or future. The boss is sitting there waiting for redundancy. Yeah, that does sound pretty frustrating. I'm gonna take this one to the Lover's Oracle, or I'm sorry, I don't know why I said the Lover's Oracle, the Romance Angels, to see if this new job is something that connects with you and is the better option. Then we'll know, you know, because if the Romance Angels say, like, you know, it's not gonna happen, then it's not gonna happen. But if they say, like, this is the best thing for you, worth waiting for, or something, you know, like that, then I feel like that would be a yes for you. You know what I mean? So, like, this is what I'm looking here at this deck, thinking, like, what inside your heart is best for you in this situation. And whatever they say, I feel like that's going to lead us more to the direction of what this new job would be indicating for you, or whether or not it's even a good idea, or if it's going to work out, you know, because you feel like it's more of a team, but we don't really know if it is yet, right? It could just be all talk. So let's see but you know, that's what we're hoping for. So let's see that it's not all talk and that it's really going to be better. So let's see. Tell me about this new job. What's the connection here with Charlie? What's the connection here between her and this new job that she's going to be going for on the 14th? What can you tell us about the outcome? Can you hear my dog? Oh my god. Okay, so. Okay. I'm going to ask you something in a second. Just hang on there. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, a number 1 through 44. Feel it, don't think it, feel it. Charlie. Something interesting, I don't know, I'm switching it up a bit. Can you hear me? Because I know this thing fell, it might not be able to hear me. Can you hear me? Okay, 27. Should I shuffle a little bit more? You think 27? Well, yeah, I'll go with right now, because it's really just. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. The new job. Does that not seem like that goes? To me, it seems like it goes. Since they already know we're talking about a job, right? They already know. that we're talking about a job, we're trying to fit it in with how, you know, this new job would go. And then it goes new love. To me, that's a favorable thing, talking about this new job really could be a new love of yours. That's cool. Shit, I say go for it. And like I said before, there's nothing standing in your way here. You have what it takes. And similarly, you know, to the last person, you know, when I did this situation, they had what it took too. And it just said basically expressing themselves. I feel like that's good advice for anybody. Like, it's just your, like, one thing I could say is don't talk bad about the company you're with now. Just be real, you know? I feel like this is a great company. I've been wanting this job, and I feel like this is perfect for me. I really believe in what you guys believe in. I value what you guys value. I feel like this is the thing for me, and I feel like we can't not be a success because I love this, you know, whatever they're going, whatever their whole, whatever they're about. It's about you expressing that, not talking bad about the company you're with now, but I feel like this company is going to be more of a team. You know, you could say something like that, I guess, you know. I'm not an expert with the whole, like, job thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing and have you, like, screw that up. But to me, like, you know, I do know don't be talking bad about the company before. I feel like, though, it's the same thing. It's kind of like you just have to express that to them, because really you do have what it takes here. You have all the tools and all the experience. So this could be a really great thing for you. I think all you really need to do and focus on is expressing that to them. You know what I mean? Because you have what it takes to get this job. So all you need to do is convince them that you're the right person for the job. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. I feel like you already have, like, the perfect things to say. Like, I feel like I really want to work as a team, and I feel like that's why this is, like, a really good thing for me, because that's what I've been wanting, and that's what I need to do. This is right for me. I've been wanting to do this. I know I have what it takes to do this. Let's do it, you know? Right, and tell them that. Tell them exactly that. I want a new job with an expanding team and with a future. And you, I feel, are the ones who can provide it to me, you know? And to have some kind of say-so, yeah. That's good, expressing what you need, too, because I think they'll appreciate that, you know? There's nothing that... And if they don't appreciate that, that's something that you need to consider too. But I don't feel like, especially with the type of work, it seems like that's kind of what's needed is a team, you know, to consider, like, what do we need to be doing right now? What's best for, you know, the situation that we need to be making sure everybody's taken care of, and, you know, this, like, the fires put out and everything. It's like, you know, you kind of have to work as a team or people will get hurt. So it seems like that's the thing for you. You know, like, you can't not have a voice. It has to, you know, like, that's the, you know, if you're going to be doing stuff, like, whatever actions you're taking, you're going to have to be okay with it. You know, everyone's going to have to kind of work together to make that happen. It's kind of interesting how that came out, you know, but I'd like that. It's cool. Right. So it's like you have to make sure everything, like, you have to be on the same level. And also, let me know how that works out for you, because I'm really interested in how that goes. I can't wait for you. I want you to, like, come to me and say, like, oh my god, like, I love my job now and it's great, you know, like, so that'd be cool if you did that. Don't fake it, don't lie, of course, but let me know how that goes. I'm really excited. On the 14th, you know, come on and tell us what happened that day. That'd be really cool. I'd love to hear about it. And thank you, by the way. Virtual hugs, sister. You got this. Just be convincing. Just tell them exactly what it is, you know? You have what it takes. Just tell them exactly what it is. Because jobs love to hear that shit, you know? Like, oh, they want a future. They want to work together, you know? I'm a team player, you know? They love that shit. Okay. Oh, shit, I didn't know there was a... Oh, is that what that emoji is? Wow. The whole time. That's the one with the arms out? That's what that looks like? That's pretty cool. See, it doesn't look like that, like, on the normal one, but that Right here it does. That's funny. Okay. Okay, JG, her question is, what do I need to know at this time? I took Spirit's advice to get out of my shell and socialize. Okay. Yeah, perfect, Charlie. Exact. And if you do that, I mean, shit. You know, I feel like you can't fail. I mean, of course you could, but yeah, it just seems like that's a good idea too, to definitely be prepared for it. You have it solid, ready to go. Like, this is, you know, and then it just feels, you feel more confident too. It's like less nerves and less chance of fucking up, you know? So, that's always a good idea. So yeah, so you're getting out and socializing, JG, and you need to know, what do I need to know? What am I not aware of? What's something to be considerate about? What do I need to understand in my environment? Is there anything I'm not understanding? Is there anything that I just need to know? What do I need to know? What do I need to know? What do I need to know? Knew it. Okay. I don't know what your relationship status is, but tell me, of course, if I'm wrong. There is an ex. I mean, of course there's an ex, but there's an ex, like a recent ex or something, that, like, you're single right now. Is that true? Kind of seems like that's what it, it kind of seems like what would indicate what it's saying. But correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't want to start off in the whole wrong direction. Because of course there's many different interpretations, but yes, her ex is always coming up, but she is single right now. Okay. So it looks like you guys are going to communicate. What you need to be aware of, though, you say, ew, yes, her ex, so, like, you don't approve of him, obviously. Is that because he, stole, well, it doesn't necessarily say stole money from you, but it's saying basically he fucked with your stability. Like, there was a 10 of Pentacles feeling, and the moon, you know, left, like, dropped a bomb on that. Like, what does that mean to you? Her ex just emailed her, and he was emotionally, physically abusive, and he does owe her money, I think. Yeah, it looks like there was, it's almost like you felt like you owed him money or something, like, because the moon is talking about clouded thinking. We're talking about, it's twisted thinking. Like, your thinking is not, and also, I forgot to mention, we have at the bottom, the 7 of Cups. So this is talking about even more confusion. It's talking about, like, you're seeing all of these images, and some of them are good and some of them are bad, but either way, none of them are realistic. They're all very, very great, like all these, like, diamonds and jewels, or they're scary as fuck, you know, being this, like, weird creature dragon, like, just frightening, you know, and this snake, and, like, oh, what's under there, you know? It's just, like, mysterious, and the things that you think about it, they're not really, like, it's not really that. It's either way worse or way better, but either way, it's not true. It's not really what it is. It's not really what you're looking at here. It's like a distraction, whatever, maybe a fantasy, maybe a hope, a dream, but it's not really that you're dealing with. So again, clouded thinking. You're not seeing things clearly. And this person probably tries to convince you of certain things. Maybe they're good at manipulating or making you feel guilty, you know, making you feel like you're less than, you know, you said abusive, so obviously that will make you feel less than already. So, I mean, it's like, it's just not, it's not really, it's an influence, it's an emotional influence that is not correct. And I'm sorry about that, you know, that sucks to feel like that. but basically it fucked with your stability all the way around. And this could have to do with money, but I feel like you were a stable person or had all that you needed basically because you know I feel like had it yourself or like worked for it yourself. It could have been, you had your parents helping or something. You just had what you had and now you don't. But the point is, like, it doesn't really matter exactly how you had it. It just seems to me like you had it. You had stability. You had, could have been financial, but it seems like it's more than that too. It seems like all the way around. 10 of Pentacles. Like, shit was pretty stable. And then the moon, like, this person influenced you emotionally in a way that was unrealistic. That had you, thinking clouded. Had your thinking become clouded. And I feel like they're going to try to enter your life again and communicate with you and try to court you, probably, because it's like the knight on the white horse, knight in shining armor, trying to come in and offer you something very charming, maybe manipulative even, just influential in some way, very hard to say no to maybe. And it's someone from your past. So I mean, I feel like you haven't really let go of the person completely. And I'm not saying you, like, if you are healing and you feel like, no, I'm not even going to look back, great. That's great. And this could just be talking about, the natural way that people feel when something ends. It's like they kind of, are a little stuck on it, but then it's like they actually are making steps to not be stuck on it at all. But maybe it's just the natural way that they're stuck on it. Maybe it's even talking about him being stuck on it, thinking he can just come back and but basically it either way, there's something about your past that is blocking you, and you're trying to just move forward. Like, this is you're trying to move forward. Like, you're not, like, you are trying, but you're also defensive about the past. This could even just be talking about you're defensive toward him, trying to protect yourself, which is good. That's a good thing. So it's talking about him kind of just making problems now. And I feel like that's what you need to know, is basically he's going to try to communicate. He's going to try to maybe get something from you. And it leaves you feeling a little, inhibited or held back. So I want to say that there's a way to prevent this. And maybe it's just from you listening to this now. Maybe the way that you can prevent this is blocking him on everything and everything. Everything and everything and everything. Everything that you can. Every single thing that you can. Don't even leave anything open. Maybe even get off social media for a while, so that he can't, like, make a fake account and hit you up off that. Like, just don't even allow it to happen. Because it seems like it will, hold you back a bit, and that's not what we want. We don't need that anymore, So I want to say, like, I don't want to just say, like, that's going to happen, I want to say there's probably a way to prevent that, and maybe that's why you're listening to this. You're asking, what do I need to know? What do I need to know? Well, you need to know that this motherfucker is not... He's persistent, and he might try to come at you in a certain way, not saying, like, harm, except emotionally, and to your well-being and your identity, your self-esteem. And if we can prevent that, then you can prevent it by him not being able to do that, by not being able to reach you in any way. So if you can make that happen, that's the way to do it. Well, fuck, you need a co-parent. Damn. I'm trying to think of a solution to that. Because, tarot is one thing, but these are real life situations, and we have free will. So there are things we can do about this, What you need to know is that this is going to affect you, and so how can we solve this problem? Oh, God. That sucks, dude. And then for you, you're probably like, it's hard for you to kind of like, maybe it's not hard. I hope it's not. I hope you're already just like done with it, but it seems like it's kind of difficult to just say no sometimes. Like, I don't know. which is normal, especially if he's like a manipulative person. Then obviously he's influenced you and he knows how to influence you, and so, you know, I just feel for you, you know, because it is hard to be with, that's hard, this hard situation, especially when he's the father of your children. I mean, it's like, of course there has to be that tie, you know, and he just has to be like a piece of shit. It's like why even have kids, you know? On his part, I mean, why would he even ever? Maybe for control, I don't know. Now we're getting into a whole different thing, but I just feel for you, you know? I kind of would like to do like a reading for you like, after this, because I don't want to leave you with that and just be like, you're fucked, you know? Like, it's gonna, you know? Like, there's something you could do about this, you know? That's why you're asking what you need to know. And I feel like I don't want to fail you in that way of just leaving you with, like, doom, you know? That's stupid. And I don't want that to happen to you, so. You guys are talking for her. Can you send her my email, Jenna? Because I would like to go further into that, if you don't mind. I mean, that'd be cool. Like, I want to do that because I don't like just telling you, like, you know, I want to find a solution for you. I know it's like, it's not my life. There's probably not much I can do to make sure that that doesn't happen to you, but if I can, I'm going to try, you know? I don't like to leave you with the whole, like no solution kind of thing. Like, this is your life. You're gonna be, like, you can. I mean, I guess you can, you know, control the way it affects you, but it's like, of course, you know, of course it's gonna affect you. That's just that's not fair to say, like, just don't let it affect you, you know? Of course it's going to. So, I mean, like, this is your fucking life, not his. So, he can't just, you know. Like, he can, though. And you know, and dicks like that do that, you know? It's like, no, 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 not happening. Oh, that's cool. I know, I'm sorry, Neil. We kind of went off on that one, but that one was like a, you know, hit home in a way, you know. I don't like that shit, and that's, you know, it was like a personal one for me. Like, I felt that shit. Oh my god. Yeah. That year is just, yeah, that one really, that's funny. Yeah, that one really, I resonated with that one. I felt personally with that one, you know. We're gonna do something about that. If I can. I'm gonna try. And I'm sorry that's happening. Jenny, you're like, she is strong. Don't worry about her. You know, she's good. She's got this. That's cool to have a friend like you, you know? Because you're very supportive, like, I can tell. Which is, like, you know, what people need. So, that's good. Okay, it's cool. I think people need to make boundaries, and one who loves you will respect that boundary and not drag you off. That's the thing about love, though, you know? It's like, our view of love, like a lot of people's view of love, it's just really not even, like, healthy at all. And it's, like, not really their fault, but, like, it just is what it is, and it's not healthy. And, like, people think, like, codependency is healthy, or, like, because it's, like, really, like, love in a healthy way is not, like, you know, if you love someone, set them free or something, right? Like, you would, like, you're not hateful, like, you just want them to be happy kind of thing because you love them. But most of the time, it's not that way, the way we see it, right? Like, the way it happens, and we see it all around. Like, if someone leaves you for someone else or something, for example, you're, like, pissed, and you're, like, you feel like you love them, but then it's, like, you're pissed, you know? You're not just happy for them, like, fuck you, you know? But, like, I also want to be with you, so just be with me, you know? But then it's, like, fuck you. Like, it's not like a, you know, it's not like I just love you and want the best for you. It's, like, no, fuck you, you know? So it's, like, You know, it's really like love. What are we talking about? Love or love like we know it, or like unhealthy people know it. How will my job exam I gave on October 31st go for me? What? What is the out? Look at this. What is the outcome of this job? Thank you. 1 through 44? 1 through 44, what's your number? I'm in California too. Hey. Yeah, that's so true about the love thing. Okay. I'm great. How are you, Capil? I think that's how you say that, right? Okay, so, also, Nil, I need you to pick a number 1 through 44. Any number. Don't think too hard about it. Just feel that shit. That's right. Okay, cool. Ah! Ah! Okay. Three. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. This could mean a few things for your situation, so that's why we're going to use the tarot too. But I'll give you a few things, I think, and then the tarot is going to confirm for us, but that could either mean that there's more work to do in the situation, you know, before it's ready to accept you into that new path, or it's talking about work on just that, because that's going to be the thing for you, but you need to focus on it like it's the only thing. And it could also be talking about, okay, so work on your relationship right now. With yourself, with life. Refocus on, you know, refocus on this job. If that's what you really want. You need to work on it. You know, you need to work on things. There's certain things that you're, you know, tie any loose ends. I'm not talking about relationships, but just do everything you can to make this a reality. But let's see what we're talking about here. I'm just doing something different here with the romance oracle, or romance angels oracle. We're trying it out, you know, trying to make sense of it here. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Let's see if we can get some messages here that kind of resonate. It's been good. It's been good so far. Work on your partnership. Wow. That's interesting. That's the scenario between you guys. And no, I'm still doing your reading right now. You know, I'm trying to get some more messages from the tarot. Because that one to me kind of seemed like it didn't exactly explain to us, right? But then you saying that is kind of funny because it does make sense. But in a different way. Talking about relationships, not the job. But that's interesting because it does have to do with it, so... You guys are in separation right now because of the job. So it's, you're traveling somewhere to do this job. Is that what you're saying? Oh yeah, for sure, Jenna. Definitely, yeah. Whatever is, comfortable, for sure. No problem with that at all. Definitely don't want it to be uncomfortable for you at all. That wouldn't be good. Okay, so, I'm at home for preparation, but this job will be about traveling somewhere else. Okay, so you'll be separated if you do get the job. So the reason I asked that is because it's showing, I felt like it was saying, that's why I'm asking, because to me, I felt like it was saying you're going to, like, need to be traveling closer to the person you're with, like, and that will, like, working on your relationship, that's what you need to do. So if that means, like, you're not even gonna focus on this job at all, like, that's what you need to be focused on, is a relationship. And that's where the romance cards can come in, is maybe this job isn't. But since you're saying no, you're saying you're gonna be traveling. So this is talking about you're gonna be traveling, leaving something behind, but you're gonna also have happiness. So you need to bring her with you. You need to travel with her and bring her with you. But we're going to look further into it. I'm just saying, like, this is what it's saying you're going to be leaving something behind, but you're going to be happy with that, and this is like a family together. This is like I don't think that you and your girlfriend are going to break up at all. It seems like this is what it's going to be. And it's, when it's saying that you need to work on your relationship, it's like, it seems like that's what you're doing. But in regards to this job, does that mean you're moving away from the job? Or does that mean you're with her in this job, on this job? Yeah, if I get the job, I'll be financially independent and I can marry her. Distance doesn't matter. So you feel like you will be happy if you get the job. Look, this is you searching. This is you going and, okay. Searching for more. So this could be talking about you, because it is a solo journey here. So this could be talking about you going off and, doing this job or whatever, looking for more, whatever it is that you need in your life that you don't have. Because basically the cups here are usually emotional, but we're talking here about, like, you have 8 of them and you're still searching for more. So whatever it is you feel you're lacking, you're on a hunt for it, you're searching for it, you're going up into the mountains and you're just searching for whatever it is. And it's a solo journey. So we're talking here about, like, you feel like you know what it is, like, you need to just go off and do this and it will be better even if you guys are separated a little bit. It will lead to this happiness. Like, it's okay if you have to leave for a little while, because you are, like, it's not like a thing that you're, like, all gung-ho. It's like, it's kind of sad, it's kind of hard to leave this, but in the name of the 10 of Cups, it's worth it, right? So this is you going off on that solo journey. So I mean, the thing I don't like about this whole thing is that it's telling me, like, what you feel, but it's not really saying what it's gonna happen, like, it's not saying whether or not you'll get it. It's saying if you did, it would be ideal, and it would make you happy, and it would be good, is what you're feeling. No, not break up. It's like we're gonna marry, but we need financial dependency to be together. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get down and dirty, and ask a very specific question. Confirm for me what this is saying. That is this saying that they're going to get the job, or is it saying that they're going to have to search for something else that's going to, at the end of it all, though, I do see that you're going to be happy with the person, but you're going to have to be leaving something behind. It could just be that you're traveling for this job, you're going and you're searching for whatever it is that you need to make this happen. So I feel like whatever it takes, you're going to make it happen. But when you're asking, like, let's cut that out for a second and consider, but we're asking about the job here. Am I going to get this job? So, dare I say that basically what the cards are telling me is that it really doesn't, it's really not about the job, it's about whatever it takes, you're going to make this happen. So I wouldn't worry about that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter if you get the job or not. You will marry this person, you'll figure it out. Because that's what, 10 of Cups, you're going to find that happiness, and that's what you feel like you need to be happy with this person. That's what it's going to be. But, sometimes, like, the cards will say and highlight a certain, like, a certain not detail, but they'll highlight a certain point about the whole thing, and they'll be telling me that, but it's like not really answering your exact question. So, you know, I don't know if you're satisfied with that or not. I don't want to just leave you with that. Let's see if but let's see if we can ask a more specific question, just in case you're not satisfied with that, because I don't really want to leave you hanging like, well, that didn't answer my question. But sometimes that's kind of what the tarot does, is it highlights something else that means something. And obviously that means something, because what you're saying is you want eventually to be able to marry this person, but you need the financial stability to do that. So you're asking, will I get this job? And it's basically saying you're gonna do whatever it takes to make that happen, and it will happen. So is it really about the job, or is it about you were kind of wondering if you'll ever be able to make it happen, you know? Because I feel like this job or not, that is going to happen. And that's what it's saying. You know, it may take some time, because it seems like you're waiting a little while, or you've been waiting a little while already. So confirm to me the Seven of Pentacles. That's going to be what tells us if this is the job, because if you're going to be waiting a long time after you've already, you know, on the 31st, you know, went in and done the whole thing, and now you're just waiting, are you going to be waiting now? So clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Is this going to be you're waiting now after you've already put yourself out there for this job? Are you going to be waiting a long time now? Or is it that you have already been waiting? Like, clarify the Seven of Pentacles. What is that supposed to be mean? What are we waiting? Because to me, this is how I'm seeing it. If we're talking about you just did that on the 31st, and now it's saying, like, you're going to be waiting for a long time now, I feel like that's saying it won't be this job. Because you wouldn't be waiting that long for the answer, right? It's like you're waiting, and it's not probably going to happen, you know? You would know if you got the job. So to me, whatever it's saying right now in clarification of the Seven of Pentacles, that's how we're going to understand a little bit what it's saying, like waiting. Huh. Okay. Okay. All right, well, first of all, are you a Capricorn? Let me just ask that first. Are you a Capricorn? Yes or no? I'm a Gemini. Okay, cool. My girlfriend's Cancer. Okay, so we're not talking about a Capricorn here. I just want to ask because it's the Devil card. At the bottom of the deck, though, first let me just say you are gaining something from this, and it's getting recognition, that kind of thing. So to me, that seems like a yes, but the Devil's here. So we're talking about you're chained, and it's almost like you feel like you need this, and to me, not in a healthy way. You know, like I wouldn't really want you to have to get this job, because it seems like something that you need. Well, yeah, I mean, you're chained to it, you're almost dependent on it. It's like you need it because you feel like this is what you need to marry this person. You need the financial stability. So, but it's a toxic thing. It's not really, you know, nothing should be toxic that has to, like, if it's going to be what it takes to love a person, like that, there's nothing that's worth toxicity, you know? But you're getting recognition, you're gaining something, You know, you're again traveling and exchanging ideas with others, putting your heads together. I feel like even if it's toxic, you still might do it. I feel like you're going to go off and okay, because the reason that I'm saying that is because I feel like okay, you could still do like you don't care, you'll do it if that's what it takes. But to me, I feel like there's nothing like the tarot, like you wouldn't have to do something that's toxic in order to make something work in love. Like if you guys are in love and you want that to work, that doesn't there's no reason that it should have to be anything toxic to make that happen, you know? And so you need to I feel like you're going to create a business of your own with somebody else. Like, I feel like this whole thing is not favorable to you. But that doesn't mean you won't get the job. I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, you might get it, but it's not something... I'm sorry. I know this is confusing, but I'm just saying that because that doesn't mean that you're not going to get the job. Just because it's, you know, it's kind of toxic, the situation, that doesn't mean you're not going to get it, you know? It doesn't. You might still get it, but to me, I feel like it's not the right thing for you, you know, because you're gonna be walking away and exchanging ideas with somebody else. To me, that means you're gonna be talking to somebody else and creating like some kind of business plan or something. You're gonna be exchanging ideas with another person, which means you're gonna come up with an idea and a creation and possibly a business. That's just what I feel like that means. So consider that first of all, but it still doesn't mean you won't get the job. Because you are gaining something here, but also it could be talking about you're gaining the job, but it, you know, I don't have an answer for, you know, are you going to get the job or not? But it's also saying here, you know, you're wanting to provide. It's almost like I feel like you can't, I really want you to consider the business thing, because this is you, like you have something to offer. Here it is, you know, I have stability to offer, I have an idea, we can run this business together. If you have anybody that you know, I even feel like you wouldn't know at this time who it would be. Like you need to go and talk to a bunch of people because you could just randomly come across the person you're having this conversation with and it sparks an idea and then it happens. You know, like strange things like that happen in life? That's what I'm feeling and seeing. It's like I see a scenario of like you like when I say like start talking with people who do you think would be a good idea to make a business with, I don't even feel like you have that knowledge right now. Like I don't feel like you already were thinking that and you just know, yeah, I'm gonna go and ask and that will work out, you know? Like I feel like it's not even gonna be what you would think, because obviously you're thinking about this job, but I'm saying consider the business, consider the scenario I'm putting out there, and in response to your question, I do not have an answer. Because the tarot, I'm sorry, I mean, it seems like there's more important things right now for you. It seems like they're highlighting things that, see? You realize something comes to light. Like, new information is known. I'm telling you, you might get this job, but I don't think it would be the best thing for you. And I think there's something better for you. But, you know, you need the money fast, so you may take that job. You know, we do have free will. You're going to do what you're going to do. This is just what I'm feeling from the cards. I don't have a yes or no. I really don't see whether or not you're going to get it or what they're going to offer you. But I do see that I do see other things. And I see that I personally think that this job isn't really something that's good for you. It seems like it will be toxic for the situation. I think you'll probably still make it work with the person because we had the Ten of Cups there as the outcome. Like, you're going to do what it takes. But, you know, I don't think it has to be worth that. I don't think you have to go that and do that and, you know, settle for that. I think it shouldn't have to be like that. I don't feel like the tarot would say that that's the thing that's right for, you know, for your highest good. Hardly, you know, if it's toxic. So, I mean, but we are human and finances are a need for survival and to make things happen. So, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. If you do get this job, I think that there's better things out there for you. Will it take a while to see that in, you know, your finances? Probably, because we're talking about starting a business here. It's, you know, has to get off the ground and everything. So, You know, I feel like you may just go with that job anyway. But just try to consider what I've said, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if at some point in your life you do create a business and it just works for you and it's something you'd really like to do. I feel like that's, just start considering that now, because that seems like that's what's popping out here. And that would be cool to see you, you know, do that and be like, fuck, like, you were right. And just live your life, you know, the way you want, the way that's better for you, the way that works, you know, in a way that you really didn't think it ever consider, you know? Things like that happen sometimes. That's just what I feel like I need to say, so. It's what's coming to mind here. Okay. In the pool of acid, oh my god. Okay. Yeah, thanks. That was a really very in-depth one, and I liked it because, you know, it made me realize that, even more, that sometimes, I'm telling you, and not everyone will like that. Some people won't like that at all, but sometimes there's just other things that are more important that the tarot wants you to know and that they highlight for you. Like, there's certain things that they just won't give you an answer because they want you to consider other, you know? And that's happened to me before, but not in such a way like that, to where it was more obvious, like, there is not an answer to this, but what is important and what you need to consider is this, you know? It's kind of interesting, because it's really not, we're not asking yes or no questions, right? We're trying to figure out a yes or no, you know? And that's what I tried to do is, you know, come to that understanding through the question, but without expecting a yes or no, but we're kind of trying to feel out what could happen. And I kept feeling like, you know, it wouldn't be favorable, but then I kept feeling like, but that doesn't mean it's not going to happen, you know? It could still, you know, that doesn't mean it's not going to be an option just because it's not the good, not, you know, it's a toxic option. So it really kind of opened my eyes up to, like, all the possibilities. Sorry. All the possibilities and how the tarot works. It's really not like a yes or no, you know? But it is the intuition that guides you toward one direction, and a lot of times it's more clear than that, you know? But it's like, I just learned so much right now. It's kind of cool. Let me get my charger really quick, because my shit's gonna die. Again, of course. Oh my god, my charger. Okay, so I'm on 5%, and that was gonna be bad. I got some donations. I cannot die on you. Thank you, by the way, for the donations. And give me 1 second to figure out what's happening here. So we can see who we're giving readings to right now. Will only take but a second to figure this out. How are you guys doing? It's pretty late. What time is it for you? Oh my god, it's 3 a.m. for me. Wow, I had no idea it was 3 a.m. That's crazy. And my voice is still here. I'm so surprised. But it's a good thing. It's healing. And now I'm gonna need to heal it again. No, but it's all good. I really was feeling this reading tonight. And I'm glad we did this. Hope you guys are too. I hope you guys are glad we did this too. We're going, is this a record right now? How long we're doing, Jenna? Is this a record? I think it is. Because we're over 3 hours right now. I think it is a record. But correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe we've done a little longer than this. I don't know. We're about to, so. Okay. Okay, we have Glow. Glow Tarot? Who's that? Who are you? Glow Tarot. I think that's what it is, right? Glow Tarot. Looks like. Glow Tarot, reveal yourself. Happily ever after. Okay. Okay. Cool. Perfect. Thank you for the donation, by the way. And tell me, what's the question here? What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Is it about love or is it not about love? Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, it's kind of seemed like you were a tarot reader. Or you're into the tarot. I don't know. Okay, what's the question? Do you know the question, Jenna? Because I'm waiting on it. I needs to know the question so we can answer it. Okay. Is it love related? No. It's okay if it's not, but they're always fun to do love ones. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Okay, how does R feel about me? Does this connection have more? Is that... Just correct me if I'm wrong, okay? We talk, but we were separated, not in a relationship currently. And he left me confused, saying he wants to focus on himself. We are LDR too. What is LDR? We are... What's LDR? Long distance relationship, okay. But, okay. So you're not together in a relationship right now, like the status of it. You talk, but you're not in a relationship, according to him, because he wants to work on himself, right? So you want to know, is this going to keep going? Is he going to come back around, and is this going to be what it was, or more? Okay. Tell me what's between them. What currently stands, meaning at this point in time, like, you know, in his mind, because we know what you want, but in his mind, is there more? You know, is he expecting to actually further this relationship, or does he already know it's not going to? You know, we want whatever the card. You know, explain to us what his intentions are here from this point on, from right now, today. What's going to happen according to him? It didn't flip over, so I didn't see what it said. So if I did, I'd probably have to incorporate it, because it's, you know, can't just put a message away after you see it, but I didn't see that one. It was still face down, so we're not done. All right. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. I take it that he is, you know, I guess you could say, he's not being honest and he is trying to seem, a certain way that really isn't, like, you know, he may say he needs time to himself, right? But he could be lying and just saying that